What's up, Polk? What's going on?
What's up, man?
Can you hear me? What's up, man? Get this thing started now. Hold on a second. Oh, shoot. How's things been this week for you, Polk?
Say it again.
How's this week go for you?
Been all right so far. Oh.
All right. All right, y'all. You know, as usual, it's your boy TURNTTALLY, the #1 Nole fan in the Nole bloated universe. And if you think you know somebody better than me doing this, stop. We are conquered over here. Let's go.
What's up, family?
Hold on, y'all. Wait for a few to come in and promote this evening festivities. We'll begin shortly. We got the bill. We got Kendrick in the house. Welcome to Nole Night. Sandra, Duval, Emily. All up here. Jason, what's up, y'all? Y'all here quick tonight. What's up, Danny? You know what it. Quick tonight. We'll begin shortly. Hit that like button.
On the table, like what's up? Fighting trying to say like a Jesus shrub. Yeah, and freaking cherry with me. Yeah, giving you haters fear. We are touchable on that holy mountain. Going like a sun sipping the liver fountain. Knowing signals and flu to the maker. Yahweh most almighty power, the creator. Let the devil learn what we get. This is past time for Kim and Daniel 7. Elijah, we wait the fire.
What up, Tyler?
Down the sun, only my witness required. Isaiah 43:11. No number fire in heaven. Angelic men Messiah, call my brethren. Open up rising high coast. Keep a shoot. Cause I be a variable. Play on repeat. So the tree high. First the harvest word. So the tree not high. It's time to reach. There's no mission from the Father.
We'll begin shortly, y'all.
Be a kid and the holy gospel.
We got 20 in the house. We got like button people.
Like the way I bring them tonight, hardcore, keep I got over a ton, killing Philistines, nothing new under the sun. I'm a get done.
What's up, Will McMillan? Sandra the building. What's up, Will, my boy? We got a good crowd. It's gonna be a good crowd tonight.
Back and forth. I'm the hand that y'all shoot back. The king of Lord, you see, you ain't stabbing me in the back. You want to argue when I'm giving out your ass. You can't claim you're not supposed to like us. You put here to serve, but you give it to the righteous. All the bad things. You got
2 minutes, people.
I'm a fool hard. So the way I and how we curly circles rule. But the narc is the truth, wearing symbols and blue. Trying still an end to trivial life.
You got light, but what's up, Island Boy? Mike Merrick in the building. What's up, y'all? Been no night.
How long before the haters show up?
2 more minutes, y'all. 2 more minutes. All right, y'all.
Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me?
What's that?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's begin. I promoted a lot. All right, welcome to another edition of Nole Night. You got the #1 Nole fans in the universe. You got TURNTTALLY and you got Polk County Nole, baby. Bringing it to you raw, uncut, meat and potatoes to your table, and Nole news, updates, recruitment, whatever it is. Share it, like it, wrap it up, give it to your friends and family. Tell them about Nole Night. It's getting out there. It's catching on, baby. With the #1 content of Florida State news, baby. Before I give it up to Polk County, we'll be talking about the defensive line. Also recruiting. We got to recruit today. Some commits. You know, nobody. Polk County Nole gonna break it down like nobody else can. You know how he do it, how he get down. But first, I want to give out some announcements. First of all, I want to give out a shout out to Dabo Sweeney. Thank you so much for taking all the attention off of Florida State with your stupidity. Thank you so much, Dabo. I will send you a gift wrap. Honey fried chicken box tomorrow. I promise you, for being so ignorant and stupid in these times and taking attention off of Florida State. Thank you. Also, shout out to Michael Trigg. If that's all it took for you, I'm gonna say if it's the reason. If it's the reason that you didn't commit to Florida State, because I really want you on the team, I ain't gonna lie. But we fine with Jackson West. I seen the tape with Jackson. I'm fine. But if that little reason is the reason you didn't want to come to Florida State because of what Big Marv and this little tic-tac thing they had or whatever, we don't want you at Florida State. I'm tired of the diva and all the drama. That's good with Florida State. I don't care. We'll be fine with tight ends. This offense is made for tight ends. We're gonna get the tight ends. Don't worry about that. But shout out to the Florida State team, man. We're gonna do good things this year. Looking forward to a good season. Without further ado, I'm handing the mic over to Polk County. No, boy, stop. Let's get into it, baby. You got the flow, baby.
All right, man. Yep. Just to piggyback off of what you said, man, Dabo is an idiot. And like you said, I'm glad he got all the attention off us. We about to break down this news. We got a bunch of recruiting stuff. We got some good news. We got some not so good news. So I'm gonna go over the not so good news first. Defensive tackle, 4-star in his past recruiting class, Manny Rogers. He will not academically qualify. So instead, he will attend Hutchinson Community College in Kansas. I don't think it doesn't do much to the depth for this upcoming season because I'm not sure how much he was going to play anyway. And then with the addition of Fabian Lovett, that takes some pressure off for the rest of the D-line. But that's probably a guy who you're looking for in the future to be a vital part of the rotation. So, I mean, there's some optimism that he can go there, get his grades up, and come back to Florida State. If you follow college football, if you follow this type of thing, it usually doesn't work that way. Usually once a guy goes the JUCO route, even if he does eventually come back to the Division I, usually goes elsewhere. So we probably will never see Manny Rogers in a Florida State uniform, but it is what it is. He won't academically qualify, which is even in and of itself, that is very weird to me. I don't know if it says more about the player or whoever is mentoring or coaching that young man. How can't you qualify in a year where there's nothing but online classes and with the pandemic, they all the schools went to online classes. It's just very weird to me. I don't think he's been handled very well. So unfortunately for Manny, he's got to go to community college. So or JUCO, that is. So we lose one there, but I think we'll be all right in the long run. Turnt already touched on this one, but Michael Trigg, the number 1 tight end in Florida, he released the top 10 that did not include FSU. That's fine. I believe it was. So I think Tyler actually broke this news. Like he's one of the first people I heard break the news, and then I went and looked it up, and apparently he did do an interview with somebody in the local area. I think Trigg is from the Orlando area, where he made a statement saying that he was shocked about what happened at Florida State. This is the statement he made was before everything got resolved. With that said, he has his right to go elsewhere. Kudos, I'll give you this. Kudos to Trigg. I looked at his top 10. It doesn't include Clemson, so he's not being a hypocrite, so that's good. And Michael Langston, a guy that I usually mention a lot, he has some confidence that FSU can get back in the running for Trigg, that all it needs is a conversation with them. So we'll see how that one plays out. But as of right now, Trigg's gone. Trigg will not be looking at Florida State no more. A 3-star athlete, Raheem Sanders, he commits to Arkansas. I know that was a guy that FSU was targeting. I don't know how serious that particular recruitment was going, but I do know that he was a target. So I'll just put that one out there. And then finally, for the last of the bad news, as we all probably heard by now, Jared Williams will be transferring to Miami over Florida State and Baylor. It's a blow, but not. I wouldn't call it like a huge blow. Don't get me wrong. I wanted him. I was one of the ones that was vouching for him. But I mainly wanted him for the depth. I think he's a solid player, solid prospect. I don't know if he's going to be a first round, second round, or even third round level tackle, but he is lean, he is long and big. He can definitely play himself into that position. Don't get me wrong. But we lost one, no big deal on that one, in my opinion. There's other guys out there, which I will go over later on, that Florida State's still targeting in the portal. Now for the good news. Just today, FSU picks up offensive lineman Bryson Estes out of Georgia, 6'3", 291 pounds, committed to Florida State earlier this morning. FSU beat out the likes of Penn State, offered him, Nebraska had offered him, Missouri had offered him. Just to break down what I seen when I watched this tape, very versatile. So when I watched this tape, he actually literally he played center, he played guard, and he played tackle. There wasn't a position on that that offensive line that didn't use him as, which I think will translate well to the next level. He was very violent at the point of attack. So once he got his hands on you, he was driving you to the ground or playing through the whistle. A very good physicality from Estes. He moves very well for a guy his size too. I think that's one of the reasons why he was allowed to be so versatile. He was able to bend and pull. They used him. They pulled him a lot. Bend the corner. I thought it was very moved very well for a guy at 6'3", 291. Good for a high school player. Very solid footwork. Good footwork. And like I said before, he plays through the whistle, which you always like to see from an offensive lineman. You don't want him to stop blocking until that whistle blows. So those are the pros. The cons that I saw, some of the negatives and things he's going to need to work on going forward. and they had mostly to do with just keeping his head up. I noticed when he was attacking a blocker, he had a tendency to dip his head and lose sight of the target. The next level, you're gonna get burnt like that. If you don't keep your eyes on who you're blocking, you're gonna be embarrassed. So he needs to keep his head up, and he needs to improve his hand positioning. A lot of times when I watched him, he was borderline holding. Sometimes he would he got his hands too far out here on the shoulder pads. You know, in college, if you don't tighten that up and get it up under here, he's gonna get caught with holding a lot. So he needs to improve that hand positioning, keep that head up. But I think FSU has a real solid player, and you add him and Jake Slaughter. You got two versatile guys. I think Slaughter's more your inside interior guy. I'm hearing Atkins really likes Estes as a potential tackle. So you know, I think it's a solid pick. It's a good pickup. Again, I've always said this about these offensive linemen. Look past the stars and look at the projection of where you think some of these players can go. And I think, you know, Florida State's got a good one. I think from a technique standpoint, I think he's very solid already from a technique standpoint. And I think he moves pretty well too. He needs to tighten up a bit on his hands and how to use them and keeping his eyes up. But other than that, I think Florida State's got a good one. And then over the weekend, 4-star DB out of Florida, 6 foot, 170, commits. We all know that is Omarion Cooper. Let's go some pros and cons with him. What I really like about Omarion Cooper is, man, he's a pure cover corner from what I've watched. Like a lot of these guys we talk about, is he a safety? Is he a corner? This guy's a corner all the way. He's a one-on-one, man-to-man corner. Oh, my bad. I forgot. Let me go back to Estes real quick. I compared him, if you watch NFL, I compared him to Ali Marpet, who plays for the Bucks. I think he has a very similar build and very similar play style to Marpet. So that's just going back to – let's go back to Cooper. Pros, like I was saying, pure cover corner. Really good technique for a high school player, I thought. He knows how to use his hands correctly. I didn't see I don't think if that translates to the college, I don't think you'll see very many pass interferences for Cooper. He just has a very smart way of using his hands at the right time and even kind of masking when he's giving contact to the receiver that I don't really see will be getting called a lot. He knows how to locate the ball once it's in the air, and he's always in that receiver's hip pocket. I didn't watch one. So in some of these DBs highlights, they'll really display their athleticism because they'll get beat but be able to recover. I didn't see Omarion Cooper get beat once. He was constantly in the receiver's hip pocket, right on the hip, hands on the hip, and was able to break on the ball whenever the ball got there. And he has big, long arms. And from what I saw, he has very good speed. I don't know if he's a blazer or a burner, but I think he's going to have adequate speed for the next level. Some of the cons I saw, he needs to keep his head up when he's tackling. Kind of the same thing I said about Estes. He puts his head down when he goes in for contact. Got to keep that head up, man. Always look at your target. I mean, he needs to add a little bit more physicality in the run game. And he needs to wrap up. When he does tackle and go for the tackles, he leans with the shoulder, or he dives at the legs. He needs to start wrapping up when he's tackling. But 4-star Cooper, real good pickup. And then I see Brian McFadden. I see a lot of Brian McFadden, former Florida State DB. I see a lot of Brian. They're almost exact same build, 6 foot, really freaky long arms. I like the Brian McFadden comparison. That's what I see in them. And with these two new recruits, FSU's gonna slide into the top 20 in these recruiting rankings. We're number 17 in the Rivals, 18 in the 247.
Wow.
So look, already we're in the top 20, and the season ain't started yet, and this team ain't start winning games. So you could legit see, if everything goes very well, you could legit see a top 10 class this year. I really believe that. We got 4 4-stars so far and 8 3-stars. And out of those 3 stars, it's being predicted that Burrell and Joshua Farmer could be 2 guys that receive their 4 stars going forward. And that thing, got some more quick notes real quick. Let's go over some of the available offensive linemen that still possibility in the transfer portal. I just want to throw a couple names out there to keep up with, just in case. You got Kevon Mays from Illinois. He's originally from Texas. That's why I put him in here. He went to Illinois, originally from Dallas, Texas. Norvell has connects in Texas. That might be a guy to look at. He'll need a waiver to play. Jeffrey Jenkins from Iowa. I think that's a name that's been mentioned before. He's a center guard type player. He'll need a waiver though. Mike Edwards, he played at Wake Forest, offensive tackle. He'll need a waiver. Clayton Bradley from USC has immediate eligibility as a grad transfer, so just a name. And Ezra Miller is still out there from Iowa. He'll need a waiver, however, but that's still a name out there to keep out, just in case the staff is looking at a few offensive linemen. These are all guys in the transfer portal, and only thing left really to go over is kind of like the fallout. So as we all know, this past week, FSU Marvin Wilson versus Mike Norvell was all in the news. And the fallout from that, I did a whole video on it. So if you didn't go see it, I thought it was really good turnout. Go back to my channel, check it out. Thought we had a really good discussion on it. But since that's happened, I think FSU, the athletic department, they did a photo shoot with all the players wearing this Black Lives Matter jerseys, which looked really cool. Marvin Wilson did an interview on the ACC network, which I think came across extremely well. I think FSU overall has been in a very positive light since that happened. I think the university has been a very positive light since those actions happened. And I said it before, I think they handled it extremely well. Marvin handled it extremely well. Norvell was able to answer quickly. And I think the university as a whole, I think we grew from it. I think if anything, it's hard to take something like that and go, oh, it's going to definitely help. But I don't think it hurts at all. And I think possibly it's going to show recruits, hey, this team is building something special over there. So that is all the news and notes for the week. Is there any questions, anything you want to go over, Turnt, before we break down this defensive line?
One thing my eyes lit up when you said offensive tackle. I still feel we're offensive tackle short of a 10-win season. I want to see we gotta get a tackle in. So it's you gave about 3-4 names, so it's plenty out there. I just will feel safer and better once we get that extra tackle. I will feel completely confident that we can get 8+ wins. Until we get that tackle, I'm going to have an iffy feeling. I'm going to be a little anxious. I'm starting to get a little anxious right now. But there's plenty left. There's still time. It's like, dang, can we just get one in? So that's all that's on my mind right now. Yeah. But that's all that's on my mind. I'll feel a lot. I need to feel. I feel good about our season. I do still feel good, but I will feel better if we get a tackle in. Just one. But that's where I'm at right now.
I definitely agree with that. I think, if anything, at this point, we just need something for depth purposes. If somebody goes down, I think FSU's in kind of trouble, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we got to get somebody. That's what makes me think that we're going to get somebody. They are in the works. They're resuming Jared. They're resuming Isaiah Walker. They are trying. So they're trying. Hopeful,
I think with Jarrett, I think FSU was always behind the 8 ball on him, only because it's hard to convince a kid to come to Florida State when he has a very good friend at Miami. His former quarterback's at Miami, and I'm pretty sure that guy was very big part in his recruitment to Miami. I know if it was me and I got a friend at a school, it's just an easier transition to go there and be with him, a guy that I already know, than go somewhere where I don't know anybody and might have to build some relationships. You know what I mean? So FSU was kind of always behind the curve in that. But to me, shout out to Coach Atkins, for us even being in the position that we were in for him. So yeah, we need an offensive lineman, but I think I'm not too worried so far. I think we got plenty of time. We'll be all right. I'm hoping.
Yeah. Hoping. Yeah, that's all you can do.
All right. So, all right, I'm gonna break down this defensive line, y'all.
Yep, let's get it. No questions. Nobody has any questions. Well, yeah, just say the questions to the end. Just say the questions to the end,
All
y'all.
right.
Whatever.
So, this is all the scholarship offensive linemen, defensive linemen, D tackles, D ends on the roster right now. Joshua Kando, redshirt junior. Jarrett Jackson, redshirt sophomore. Derek McClendon, redshirt freshman. Curtis Fan Jr., redshirt freshman. Corey Durden, redshirt junior. Malcolm Ray, redshirt freshman. Jamarcus Chapman, redshirt sophomore. Marvin Wilson, senior. Robert Cooper, junior. True Thompson, sophomore. Janoris Robin, redshirt senior. Quayshawn Fuller, redshirt freshman. Josh Griffiths, true freshman. Dennis Briggs Jr., redshirt sophomore. TJ Davis, true freshman. Fabian Lovett, redshirt sophomore, and I added Deontay Williams as a redshirt senior because I'm reading that FSU is going to use him as a hand in the dirt rush in. He is he's a linebacker DN hybrid. So I added
we're gonna be good up front.
So if you look at this, FSU has a very good mix of young guys and veterans, right? So just at the defensive tackle position alone, Marv, Durden, Coop, they're all juniors and above. Then you got Janoris Robinson, a senior, and then Kando's another junior. And then after that, you're talking a bunch of freshmen and sophomores. The one big question you're going to have is who can just emerge at the defensive ends. So, okay, let's go over this depth chart, right? I think, obviously, Janoris Robinson has probably the strong side defensive end spot locked down. And behind him, I'm thinking probably Dennis Briggs. So Dennis Briggs is coming in this year at 6'4", 272. That's bigger than Janoris. He's 6'5", 260. So Dennis Briggs is coming in with a little bit more weight on him. I think that's going to be your backup. I think that's good depth right there. And then that third spot is up in the air. We got Curtis Fan, McClendon. What you want is one of these freshmen, man, to just somebody, whether it's Curtis Fan, McClendon, and Quayshawn Fuller, to just emerge, right? Yeah, somebody just kind of needs to emerge at that defensive. I think we got a good defensive end, Janoris Robinson. I think at that weak side DN, you got Josh Kando. Josh Kando is a monster he's 6'7", 260. Like,
he's nasty. I like him.
If he can just be healthy and be the 5-star he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Ain't no weakness.
He was just coming on. He was just coming on. He was coming on before he got hurt. Sorry to cut you off.
I agree. Last year he was having some good games and then he got hurt. Right? So Kando can stay healthy. I'm not worried at all. I think we got it. I think defensive line is nasty. It's already nasty. But we do have a question as who do we have for a consistent pass rusher, right? After Kando, I'm thinking they'll probably go Deontay Williams after Kando because, again, I think that's a guy. He's 6'2", but he's only 235, but he's a speed rusher off the edge. I think that is a good kind of change of pace player. You go from that big Kando to a guy that's speedy off the edge. I think that can be effective. And then Quayshawn Fuller, I want to believe Quayshawn's going to have some kind of effect this year. He was one of the higher Willie Taggart recruits. And we need to see him make an impact, and I think one of these freshmen have to make an impact. So I don't think So just to talk about the two true freshmen, I don't think TJ Davis or Josh Griffiths probably don't see the field this year. I like Josh Griffiths.
Powerful.
He's 6'4", 245. I would argue you might be trying to bulk him up a little more. Depending on how you're going to use him, I would assume Josh Griffiths is your type of strong side DN, but I don't think there's a need there, man. There's so many guys. Dennis Briggs, Quayshawn Fuller, Jamarcus Chapman, Curtis Fan, Derek McClendon. There's so many guys I think I really think you don't need to rush Josh Griffiths if you don't need to, right? But if, like I said about all these freshmen, if they earn the playing time and they emerge, hey, put them on the field because we need kind of at least one breakout player at that DN spot. And then when we start talking about D tackle, there's not really much to go over because we know what that is. That's Marvin Wilson. Marvin Wilson was the only player last year for Florida State that graded 90% for the whole year. That's the number one D tackle in the country. That's not even debatable. And quite frankly, if he would have came out this year, he would have, at the minimum, been the third defensive tackle off the board behind the kid from Auburn and the kid from South Carolina. And you can make a case that he was actually better than both. So Durden's behind him. Well, no, there's Marvin Wilson and then Durden. So Marvin Wilson's going to be your nose guard type. Durden's like your three technique. Then behind them is Robert Cooper, is behind Marv. And I would assume Fabian Lovett would take that third spot on the depth chart. I mean, you're talking about 6'3", 330 pounds. So he fits in with Robert Cooper, who's 6'2", 232, and then Marvin Wilson obviously is 6'5", like 220. So there's your defensive, there's your nose guards. And then at the 3 tech, I'm thinking Durden. Jarrett Jackson is an interesting prospect. He came here as a defensive end, has been working with the defensive tackle. He's 6'6", 296. So that to me, that says he's not playing defensive end. Not at 296, he's not. But you put him at that 3 tech, and if he's keeping that athleticism from that defensive end spot, that could be your backup. Or they'll probably go True Thompson behind Corey Durden, who is kind of underrated, I think, in my opinion, at 6 foot 304. He's kind of looking like a little bowling ball out there. But True actually graded out fairly decent last year. True Thompson is a guy to watch to maybe make a step as a true sophomore. And then Malcolm Ray is a guy that he's only 6'2", 275, but is a name to watch and see if he can break that rotation this year. But we got depth galore at the defensive line position. As we know who the impact players are, right? We know who that are. I would say if you're looking for a sleeper, I think I kind of went over like some sleepers, but I think, if you're looking for like a guy to really keep a watch on that nobody's talking about, Quayshawn Fuller or one of these freshmen, I think, may emerge this year. And again, me personally, I'd probably redshirt both TJ Davis and Josh Griffiths. I don't really necessarily think there's a need or rush to get them on the field unless you earn the playing time, you get on the field. And as for breakout, like who could have the breakout year this year, it's got to be Kendo, right? If you talk about a guy that we need to break out, it's got to be Kendo. If Kendo is anything, watch out for the FSU defensive line. And barring any questions, that's all I got, man.
That's all you got. Let's get to the question. Beautiful, beautiful. I want to touch on TJ James in the chat. You said you're not too worried about the tackle because of the blocking scheme. I'll feel you on that because Gator Hater said the same thing. I don't know much about this Maybe he's sitting back on the tackles because maybe he feels good about where he is with the tight ends because he's going to be using the tight ends basically as offensive lineman, the extra blocker. So, and you can't really, in the Mike Norvell offense, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be his offensive mind, they say. I'm pretty sure he will have an offense set to where the defensive line can't pin their ears back. You got to be gap integrity. So they're going to be, you can't just come straight at the downhill the quarterback. You're going to have to, fill gaps and spy, and, you know what I mean? So I can see, but I still want one. I don't care. I still want one. But Gator Hater did say the same thing. And also Cam Sessions. I'm going to ask Polk first, so I have to wait for somebody to type this. What's going on at Iowa? Have you heard something about Iowa? Something going on?
So yeah, Iowa it's a different time in the world right now. If you got any past transgressions, where you were racist or something, like Utah's going through it right now. So I'll get back to Iowa, but Utah had a situation where a coach was talking about a recruit to other coaches, and he called him a racial slur in the text message, but he was so dumb he accidentally sent it to the recruit.
Oh no!
Like, how dumb you got to be? So that Utah's going through that right now. Iowa had they got some stuff where one of the coaches is got some racist stuff about him. I don't know the details too much on Iowa, but I have heard it. Yeah, you got to be. Hey, the people are being exposed, man, and I'm all for it. Like, if you racist, hey, expose it.
I told my wife last night. I said, you know what? This is going to be the most interesting college football season ever. I told this last night. I said I'm going to have me personally with controversy. That's more stuff for me to make videos on. I'm going to love this season. It's going to be so much controversy, so much stuff to go on. For a guy that needs material, like I'm trying to be funny and need material and all this stuff, it's going to be falling out the sky for me. I'm going to love this. And if we win games, that's going to be icing on the cake. Yeah. I'm going to love this season. I'm going to have a blast. And then the bigots and the hypocrites are going to be exposed for who they are. This is the part I don't understand. This is the part I understand. Okay, with Dabo Swinney, I mean, these coaches, it's been this way for years. The players used to be really loyal to these guys back in the 90s. I remember growing up, players would stay 4 years, coach's dad, coach's God. They'll get their blood, sweat, and tears for the program, even though they're not getting paid. Deion was smarter than everybody back then. But anyway, I digress. And they were getting all huh?
So Deion was ahead of his time, though.
Yeah, Primetime was a genius. The more you look back, Primetime was way ahead of his time. Genius. How to market himself, how to make money off of his brand, how to brand name himself. Genius. And he did it at a time where it was looked down upon. He didn't care. But anyway, genius. I have more respect for Deion more than ever. Now, the players today are not doing, they have a backbone. Now it's getting more, and now we're going to see all the real college football is going to bubble to the surface, all the behind the scenes stuff. And what I can't understand for the life of me is that a coach, that's fine if you hate. It's not fine. I'm sorry. It's not fine. You can keep it to yourself, but that's fine if you have a problem with somebody's ethnicity, whatever. That's fine with me. I don't care what people think about me. Just stay out of my way, stay out of my lane, whatever. You can feel however you want to feel. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, Dabo, you only made $100 million off of these ghetto poor kids. Like, you owe them something, don't you think? You ain't just walk into a coaching job and get $100 million. Like, God damn, you owe thanks to these kids. They're the ones breaking their bones for you. They're the ones running and throwing up and bleeding out for you and for the university. Like, damn, I don't even get, me personally, I want to send my son to Clemson right now. Dabo sent out a half-butt apology today. I won't even send my kid to Clemson. There's no freaking way.
I want to be clear on my position on Dabo. I don't think Dabo is racist, but I do think he is blind, tone deaf, and very insensitive to what's going on. Obviously, he's that, because if he wasn't, I don't care what organization he is a part of or affiliated with. There's no way you can't tell me Football Matters ain't a spin on Black Lives Matter. You can't tell me you didn't know. Can't tell me when you wore that shirt you didn't know. Like, come on. If Black Lives Matter wasn't even a thing, that Football Matter shirt wouldn't even exist. So I think Dabo is very tone deaf, very insensitive, and I don't think he cares about those issues. All he wants to do is talk about his faith and football. So
he knows what it is, right?
Sooner or later, you have to be and stand for something. So, don't think he's racist. I from what I hear, he's a good man. I get all of that. But if you can't understand where his players, who are majority Black, are coming from and some of the issues that they may feel, then I don't, like you said, I don't know why a parent would send their child to play for him.
He wants old college football to stay the way it is. Unfair to the players, coaches getting fat, rich. Coaches can lie to the recruits and tell them they're going to be at the school when they're not. That's what Willie did. That's what Jimbo did. They can lie to the kids, no repercussions. They can call them names at practice. They can vilify him to the public eye, like Saban did to his quarterback back in the day in Alabama. They can talk down about him and trash him to the whole world, the media press, and there's no repercussions. Dabo wants it to stay that way, and it's not going to happen, Dabo. Dabo, you're going to find out this season when your school start getting protested, you're going to have to drop to your knee. And I'm going to be there. I'm gonna be there for that day and laugh because I know what you're doing.
I don't think Clemson gonna do it.
I'm a troll, so I know exactly what he's doing. I see what he's doing.
I don't think they're gonna do it.
He's trolling. He thinks that he's untouchable, so he's trolling. I troll too, so I know a troll when I see one. And what he's doing is he thinks it's cute. He thinks it's cute and it's funny because he don't. That's fine. You don't feel the same way. Just come out and say it. Stop being this little man. He's a bug. I used to always pick on Dabo, but then when his thing started getting together, he said, "I know what? I respect him as a coach," and I stopped going at him in a way.
I mean,
because he was winning. So I'm like, you know what, Dabo, you're not a crap like I thought you was.
So this has nothing even to do with what's going on right now. But I never. First of all, Dabo used to be one of the biggest jokes in college football.
Yeah,
Clemson used to be, and that's because they would always lose. What they called it? They called it Clemsoning or whatever. They would always find a way to lose a game they shouldn't. And Dabo Swinney was considered one of the bigger jokes in college football. Dabo got smart. I still don't think he's a good football coach. And this is how I've always felt about him. But he got smart. He got smart, and he said, "You know what? I'll hire the university started making a lot of money." And Dabo said, "You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna hire the best coordinators, and I'm gonna get out the way. I'm gonna just be the CEO of Clemson, but I'm gonna let my coordinators do all the work. I'm gonna hire the best. He's the best. He had Chad Morris. He had the best offensive coordinator. Right now, he's got the best defensive coordinator in the game. And he said, I'm gonna back up and let these guys do their job." And that was smart of him because I think he knew he was limited as a actual X's and O's coach.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think they changed the name. EMG, I think Clemson changed the name of their building. I think it's already changed. They protested it. I think. But I heard something about that.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think they're gonna protest Dabo Swinney. I don't think there's.
Oh no, he's talking about the building. The name Will Tucker, who was a Ravens back in the day.
Right, but I'm just saying. I know you were saying that you think they might start protesting him. Unless he starts losing. Once he starts losing, they'll turn on him real quick. But as long as Clemson on top of college football, I don't think he's going anywhere. He's gonna have to. They're gonna have to have him on video, like saying the N-word for that to happen. You know what I mean? Like, unless you got something like that.
I'm thinking the players might protest because look at this. Check this out. Today he said,
I think the players are scared to speak out.
He said today when they in 2016 or something like that, when the players wanted to join the protest with that building because of
they didn't let him.
This is what he said though. This is what he said. He said, "I would never hold a kid from practicing their First Amendment rights, First Amendment speech. I would never do that. But I did tell them," I'm like, "Oh, here we go. This military, I was in the military. I know political speak very well." He goes, "I've heard this from my superiors." He goes, "But I would suggest that when you're out there with them, you're on your own and you know you're connected to the program, so you're going to be on ESPN and news the next day and blah blah blah." I said, "Man, that's true and all, but that's not exactly how you worded it, and it's all about tone, as well."
Well, let me tell you how.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how hypocritical those statements are.
I got you.
So because you're a Clemson football player, you're going to be looked at differently. He's not wrong, but you would think he would have had that same sentiment about himself being the Clemson coach and not wear that shirt, knowing when he wore that shirt, he knew he was going to get a reaction. He had to know. He had to know people were going to say something about it. So, he's just being a hypocrite.
Man, that's something I would do, man. That's why I'm like, I'm conflicted. It's like, do I get mad or do I just laugh at the comedic thing he's doing. Like, that's stupid though. I would never do nothing like that in a climate like this though. I love doing that though, but not I couldn't do it. Hey, Mike Ellis with $100 donation. Woo. Thank you, Mike. Let's play this for Mike real quick. Just the groove one? Yeah. Let's get it. Thanks, Mike, for the donation. He always dropping the bags. Why is it not playing? Is it on? Oh, it's okay. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. Hey. Thanks, Mike. No blood drop. Chop it up. Can't wait to hear that.
I know, right?
Bam. All right, hold on, Mike. Let me put this. Hey, Polk, you can address the audience if you want.
All right. Well, you know, we kind of got that out the way. Let's get back on this defensive line. Anybody got any questions on that D line or any comments that we can talk about? What we looking like? So yeah, I think defensive line is, going to be a nasty unit. Probably, I think the two most talented units, obviously, you're talking D line and you're talking defensive backfield. But I think D line might be just single-handedly, definitely at the top, the most talented unit on the field at the top for sure. DB might have more depth, I think, because D line, we still got some unproven, redshirt freshmen that just need to make a stand. Where do we like Chambry Jackson? He's strong side defensive end from what I've seen, Tyler. Yep, strong side. I saw a question earlier on. I want to go back to it. John Shields asks where FSU ranked in the run last season. We didn't rank well. I think we ranked in the. I'm trying to remember because I've seen them. I think we're like 40th or something against the run nationally. FSU's problem last year was guys just not being played in the right position. Okay. Corey Durden, Marvin Wilson, Robert Cooper were playing the 3-4. Should have never, you're talking about guys and Durden and Marv. Durden's a true 3-tech. Marvin Wilson's a true nose guard. And they had both of those guys playing 3-4 defensive ends, right? That's why it didn't work. Or they would put Durden at, true nose guard, and he's not that. So I think you're going to see these guys really excel in their natural roles together. And while we didn't grade well as an overall defense individually, this is what tells me the scheme was all messed up. Because individual grades, Marvin Wilson was a 90%, Durden was in the 80 percentile. I want to say Coop was in the 70 percentile, and True Thompson was close. He was the upper 60s, and he was coming along at the end of the season. With that type of grading out, you would be like, well, man, we should have been a lot better. Well, when guys are playing out of position, while they might be playing well individually, as a collective unit, you weren't going to see the residual effects of it. I think you will see that this year with guys playing where they're supposed to be playing in the proper positions.
That'd be a good start. Great start. Because we still got 5 stars. Our roster is still second best in Florida. We still got the second best roster in Florida. I don't know how we do it.
No, check this out. No, check this out. So they broke it down on, I want to say it was War Chant. They broke it down by stars. We still, by star ranking, FSU still has the most talent in Florida, period. Wow. So that's how you know the coaching staff is just, they broke it down between us and Florida. I think Florida had 1 5-star on their entire defense. We had at least 3 and like way more 4-stars. And so that's how you know last year you just had guys playing out of position, out of scheme. If what we think we have with the coaching and the scheme, the 4-2-5, and if we think that's what it is, I think you're going to see, in my opinion, probably a top 20 defense for sure. And I'm probably being kind. I'm probably being light on that prediction. You could legitimately see top 10.
Kendrick says his coaching staff is the real deal. Yeah, I like the staff, man. This has got to be the best Florida State staff since, I don't know, 2012, 2013. This is a good staff, man. I think this staff is better than the national championship staff. Because you already got to take out Atkins is already hands over fist better than Trickett. Recruiting, coaching, he's better than Trickett. So already right there, you still got Odell, you got Dugans, you got we got a way better cornerbacks coach. It's not even close. This staff is solid, man. Improving. Proven staff. Norvell is the only unproven. Dillingham is more proven than Norvell, because Dillingham did at Auburn. So he's good. He can recruit. Dillaham's already shown you he's a beast recruit. I think he's our best recruiter. Like him and Dugans, I'll say. Hey, Dillaham's a gun. Man, he's gonna be good for us. We gotta keep Dillingham on. Norvell's the only unproven. Norvell hired him. They worked together, been fine. So, but yeah, man, I'm excited to see what we can do with what we got. I'm excited. Another nice little tidbit. I sent this to Polk, I think a night or two ago off of Twitter. Chuba Purdy got the playbook. There is no head start for Blackman. There's no head start for Travis. There's no head start for anybody. Chuba has the playbook. He played it for 2 months. He got it. He got his brother talking to him all locked down. Brock Purdy, I'm pretty sure y'all would have heard of him. He's a first-round projected draft pick quarterback. He's been talking to his older brother, Brock. Chuba's coming for that QB1. I just want to put it. It ain't no mid-season, ain't no end. He can start today. He got the playbook down. If he got the goods, if he shows he's better, he's going to start. So that's good news for me personally.
Yeah, to talk about them quarterbacks. Not having spring ball just, it sucked, but it helped someone like Purdy, because what they had 3 practices before spring got canceled. So there's really no leader as far as quarterback goes. It's just not. And when we did find out that Purdy's had the playbook this whole summer, and he's been working out with his older brother, and that guy's trying to make it to the NFL as one of the top prospects. So yeah, you make a good point. Like, Purdy's not coming in there, he's not coming in there to sit and learn for a year. If you go into this, and everybody knows the same amount of offense, probably the most talented player is going to end up winning it out. So Purdy's going to be right there, and hey, I'm excited to see that.
Yes, sir. There's no way Norvell was able to pull Chuba from a 2-year relationship with Louisville, being the god of the class, the shining star of the class, committed to Louisville almost 2 years, and then Norvell's going to come in and swoop him in like a week or two, and he's telling him you're going to sit out a year in red shirt. Because there's no way Chuba would have sat out at Louisville. There's no way in hell he would have started as a freshman at Louisville. No way. So Norvell had to have told him, you're going to start if you're the best guy. I can't see no other conversation. There's no way he flips with you're going to sit out a year. There's no way. So I like what I'm seeing. We've been sorely missing quarterback play for years at Florida State. It's disgusting with Florida State. There's no reason we shouldn't have a blue chip quarterback starting at Florida State, a blue blood school. We shouldn't have a quarterback that will be playing at FAU, barely will make it there or wherever. Like, come on, man, it's Florida State. We shouldn't have no 2-3 star unless he's like a Lamar Jackson type or something like that. There's no way we should have a 2-3 star quarterback at Florida State. I mean, come on. Come on. Mike Norvell, he's going to have a quarterback. Quarterback's already chirping to play for him. It's a pro style. I mean, it's a playmaker playbook. So get excited, people. This is only the beginning. Only the beginning. Hit that like button, people. Got about 40 people in here. The quarterback coach's name, you talk about for Chuba, Wanda, I don't know. But
I think Dillingham is a QB coach, from what I think.
Oh. I think she's talking about Chuba. I don't know. Chuba's a son of a coach, though. So he already has the leg up. Peyton Manning was like that too. Peyton Manning grew up in a football house. So Chuba's grew up in a football house. That's all they sleep, breathe, and eat on. So he's going to be successful.
That's a good problem to have, Tyler. Like if Altmaier can come in and take a spot, that's a good problem to have. So
right,
I'm for it.
Jeremy Martin says a hurt FSU player has been found positive for a virus. Yeah, I heard that too. I read that too. Yeah, it's going to happen all year long. Don't even worry about it. They already said that all during the year, if a player catches it, he's going to go in quarantine for 2 weeks. So just expect that kind of year. If we got a player that's basically going to be the new injury this year. If one of your players catch it, he's going to quarantine off for 2 weeks. He has to miss probably 2 games. So this is something we're going to have to live with. Alabama's already feeling the pain. Alabama is not in a bad spot because they can already kind of season hasn't started yet, so it hasn't really, it's not going to affect Alabama that much. They're just going to sit the players in quarantine. Nobody's really practicing hard right now anyway. It's just voluntary workouts. So I wouldn't stress too much about that. They're not going to stop playing. They're not going to stop playing football this season. Don't even worry about it. It's not going to happen. I mean, it's going to take something real. It has to be some kind of like bodies just dropping on the field or something. That's the only way I see it stopping. There's no way. It's too much money to sit on the table. There's too many jobs needed. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen.
Why you don't think Chubby will get the start, Keith Van Horn? Like what? For what reason? This isn't 1999 no more. True freshmen are playing quarterback these days. Like I'm just saying.
Yeah, they are.
These kids are exposed to the game in a way that back in the day they weren't. They do 7-on-7 camps year round nowadays. Chubby Purdy played at Arizona, so I'm pretty sure they had 7-on-7 type camps year round. I mean, Sam Howell played as a true freshman. The Arizona State QB from that we played in the bowl game last year, he was a true freshman. These kids play. What's the point of wasting 3 or 4 games on James Blackman? Like, what does that accomplish? That doesn't accomplish anything.
North Carolina started Howell. You saw what that true freshman did against us at Boise State. These are new times, y'all.
That was another one. There's a true freshman at Boise State who came in there and beat us.
Yeah, he was the number one. He was a top 10 quarterback coming out of high school. He's the highest.
Good point. You got Bo Nix at Auburn, who was the true. Like, I don't know why people are so pushed against starting the true freshman. It's a different era of football.
It is. He started. Who was it? Was it Howell? No, Boise State. He was the highest ranked quarterback they've ever had at Boise coming out of high school. He was like a top 10, something like that. You saw what he did to us. Purdy. And I agree with Tyler on that. No, go ahead. No, Purdy is higher ranked than him. What'd you say?
I was just saying, like, I agree with Tyler, but Tyler just put in the chat, like, if we're going to lose, I'd rather lose with Chuba Purdy out there gaining knowledge and experience. He's the future anyway. Right. Losing with Blackman doesn't accomplish anything because Blackman ain't going to be here next year. No. Chuba Purdy's going to be here 2-3 years down the road. And so it don't make sense to put Blackman on the field and who's gaining anything from that?
Right. What quarterback, what coach has an opportunity to come into a cupboard that's full of talent like Norvell? What coach do you know of in their first year this is not a rebuild. This is not a rebuild.
That's another good point. You don't want to waste this year of Marvin Wilson and Hampson Nazaldine, Tamarion Terry. You don't want to waste Corey Durden. Like I just named like 4 potential first round picks. I think two of them we know for sure are going to go first round. You don't want to waste.
Yeah.
You don't want to waste that.
No.
And like the only way I see you starting Blackman is if he is head and shoulders the best option, and I just don't believe that he is. You know, let's be honest. Blackman ain't. He's not like an NFL prospect. So what's the point of playing?
And for anybody that's having doubt on Chuba, please go back and watch the tape again, please. Just watch the tape. And you mean if you don't think that can translate to college football, you out your mind. Watch the tape. Just watch it. Good Lord. Just watch. You tell me that kid can't start? Have you seen what we had at Florida State the past week? You tell me that kid can't start? He slings the ball on a rope. He just flicks it with his wrist. It flies. It goes 60 yards down the field on a rope. And he runs like a running back. Like, bruh, I don't know what y'all think. I don't know what else y'all need to see. He runs people over. He runs around people. He throws off his back foot on a rope. I mean, oh my God. Just watch the tape. It's ridiculous. He's better than his brother already. He hasn't even played a snap yet. They say he's better than his brother, who's a first round projected draft pick at Iowa State. So, bruh, he got to start. I don't see no other option. Really.
I think James may have the locker room at this point. But I tell you right now, you go in there, you win a few games, everybody, then you'll have the locker. Like that locker room thing, they're gonna follow whoever gets them the games, man. Like listen, man, I watched James Blackman in the last game last season against Arizona State in a bowl game where he had a chance to make a statement for Norvell going into the next season. I saw him break down on the sideline. You can't tell me that your leader is the one that needed to be riled in by offensive linemen because he was breaking down and crying and couldn't get his emotions away because he kept throwing pick six after pick six. Like, I'm sorry. If it ain't Purdy, then I'm going like I'm anybody but Black. That's just where I'm at right now. I'll go Jordan Travis or I'll go Trevor Purdy. And I ain't trying to be mean because I actually like James Blackman. But no, I'm good. I don't see where he improves. I think James hit his ceiling. It's unfortunate that it got to this point and he had 3 different coordinators in 3 different years. Unfortunately, he got dealt a raw deal, but that's what happens sometimes.
Oh, y'all, let me get this phone to open up lines. Go ahead and address the chat, Polk.
Kane Gang says you're gonna start. How many turnovers against Arizona State? I think Black threw like 4 interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. I can look it up real quick, I think. But I'm pretty sure, off the top of my head, I think it was 4 interceptions and 1 pick six.
He lost that game. Hey, y'all, lines open.
He lost that game. It was his reason we lost that game.
Yeah, it is. And he had time. He had time because he had time on a lot of plays. I saw him. He's sitting back in the pocket. I'm like, oh, you got time. Oh, no. And he couldn't do nothing anyway. So I don't get this offensive line is so bad thing because he had time. He had time a few times. I saw it.
This are his stats for the Arizona State game. 14 for 26, 244, 53 completion percentage, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions.
Hello?
Yes, did you see Michael Ellis show?
Huh?
I want to talk about.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Lines are open, y'all. 1-727-300-7852. Somebody knows my number already. I ain't even put it in yet.
I think Rodemaker's just gonna. He just needs a year. Rodemaker needs more weight. He needs to get stronger. Just to the speed of the game. but he has all the tangibles and he's got all the mechanics down pat.
All right, what do you hold on a second, Polk. Yeah, what's your
Who is that?
Nobody here. Man. Some idiot.
Is that somebody playing around or what is that?
Yeah, it's an idiot. I hung up the phone.
What do you say?
I don't know. Turn down the sound. He's some idiot. Just hang up the phone, bro. Nobody can hear you. Hang up the phone. Nobody can hear you. Hang up the phone, retard. Get a job. I hope the looters burn down your house. Now go away.
He said, get a job.
Idiot. Yeah, just hang up the phone, man. Nobody can hear. Look at now you shut up. Anyway, lines are open 1-727-300-7852, man. Sorry, Polk. Sorry about that. People trying to distract.
Oh, dude.
Go ahead. Go back to what you're doing. You go waste my. I ain't gonna 299, but go ahead.
Yeah, James, don't give EMG. James got dealt the raw deal, right? You said 4. I guess this year would make the 4th different offensive coordinator, right? So, I mean, yeah, he got dealt the raw deal. It's unfortunate. But I think we have to get this. Honestly, guys, we need to get this myth out of our head that James Blackman was this amazing talent to begin with, because he wasn't. He was a guy 6'5", really skinny coming out of high school. He was always projected as a project player that maybe with 2 or 3 years of sitting down, he would be ready to play. So we got to get this myth out of our head that James Blackman was this highly touted prospect, and that the only reason he's not good is because of the offensive coordinator situation. It's a mix of that, and it's a mix of just his talent, to be honest with you.
Purdy would start because Blackman going to get hurt. Now Blackman don't get hurt, man. That's Blackman.
I'll say that. Yep, I'll say that about Black. He's durable. He don't get hurt. Skinny. He's as skinny as y'all want to call him, but the man don't get hurt.
Nah, he don't, man. He elastic. They call him elastic.
Yeah.
No blood to say, Mr. Tally, Mr. Polk. I'll answer it quickly to let Polk go. Do you think Willie Taggart left the team in good shape with Norvell taking over? Of course, yeah, he did. In recruiting, he did. He did. As far as recruiting goes, yeah. But attitude and everything else, I don't know. But hopefully Norvell can fix it up. You gotta go ahead.
I think if you look at the top talent on the team, they're still Jimbo guys. I think Taggart did a good job recruiting at like linebacker and some other spots.
Yeah, he did.
So Taggart didn't, from a talent, that's why Taggart's era was so frustrating. From a talent point, Jimbo didn't leave the program in bad shape from a talent point. Taggart should have won more games just from a talent point, standpoint. So we've never had a problem with the talent. I just think getting the right guys on the field, using the right guys in the right situations, just coaching, scheming, and knowing how to use guys was an issue. And hopefully Norvell is better at it than the previous regime.
Right. Drip says he left Oregon in a good situation. I think he did us the same. Jeremy's talking about Blackman. He can throw the deep ball. That's it. TJ James.
He's not even that good at the deep ball. He's he's really inconsistent on the short and medium passes. Like, oh my God. But even on the deep ball, he's wildly inconsistent. Yes, he has a solid arm, but accuracy is just bad. Like, we got to stop pretending Black got all these tangible skills, because he doesn't.
Yeah.
And there's probably a good chance. Jordan Travis is a big question mark, but just as an athlete, Black's probably the 3rd best quarterback on the roster. So I don't know. I don't know what Black brings to the table that especially Chuba Purdy doesn't bring. The only thing you could say he brings to the table that Jordan Travis doesn't bring is a stronger arm. But I'll take a weaker arm if I get more decisive decision making, better accuracy, and better movement. So I just don't see where Black has the edge.
He said Travis. Will says, I say Purdy will start and Blackman will be second string. And TJ James, I think one of the freshmen will start. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm assuming too. That would be a dream case scenario. I would love to have just put the freshman in, man. The ceiling's higher. Just see what he can do. I'd rather go through the growing pains for the first 2 or 3 weeks. You know what I mean? And then might not even be the growing pains. What growing pains you see from? I've seen a little bit of growing pains from Howard. Like game 2 or 3, I think he went into a little slump because they probably had a little bit of film on him. But he still finished the season out pretty strong for North Carolina. And he also got them some good recruits, didn't he? So
North Carolina's like top 5 in recruiting right now. That's crazy. And
it worked out. It worked out for them.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up, Turnt. Why do you think North Carolina is in the top 5 of recruiting right now? Because kids want to go play for Sam Howell. They're like, man, that kid's young. He'll be a true sophomore this year. We can play together and make it like kids want to start playing with Sam Howell off the jump.
Yep.
It benefits the program so much more to show that you're building off of a freshman quarterback. As long as he's got the talent, and we know he's got the talent, right? We hoping he's not a bust. Like I like to keep everything in a real perspective. Is there a chance that Purdy could be a bust? Sure, there is. But I'd rather take my chances on that than going with a guy that all these kids have already seen throw a bunch of interceptions in his career.
Yep. MG, that's a good point. That's a good point. JB1 was always on the ground. Those hits add up, affect your throws, made him make bad decisions at times. Yeah, especially if you're always looking over your shoulder. Like I'm not being a James Blackman apologist, but that is true. I mean, but if he made more timely decisions and ran the RPO right, he wouldn't be hit as much. So it was 50% bad line play, but it was a lot of stuff on him too. I've seen when he had time. So he just made bad decisions. Errant throws, couldn't hit a 3-yard out to save his life. Just he couldn't get the easy throws. Just like Francois. We just haven't had a good quarterback, man, since Jameis. We haven't had a good quarterback since Jameis.
See, here's my thing with it. Look, I've been hard on the O-line, harder probably than anyone else. I don't think it's very good, even as it stands. I'm hoping that guys are going to be better, right? That's all hope and wishful thinking. But we got to stop. Look, you got to go watch these games, and we got to stop pretending like James Blackman was always eating dirt. Like I can go to the sacks.
Yeah, it's not true.
Right? I can go to the sacks like in the games that he played well in. Like, okay, let's go to that Miami game. Not the Miami game. I'm trying to find the Arizona State. Okay, the Arizona State game. He was sacked 4 times in that game.
That's not a lot.
But again, go back and watch that game. How many times did he just hold on to the ball too long?
Yeah. Right?
You go to that Virginia game. He wasn't under pressure when he overthrew Terry for 1 touchdown. And then Trey McKitty underthrows him that would have kept us in the game to continue I think it was that's the Virginia game. He misses the Trey McKitty pass that basically lost the game. Had a Tamarion Terry wide open on one side of the field, completely overthrown. Like, you got to go watch some of these games. Okay, yes, he got hit. Got it. But when you have the time, you have to make the plays. Like, let's stop acting like Sam Howell just never got touched in his freshman year. Like, Sam Howell just stood back there and was just like, you're going to get hit. You're going to get hit regardless. But you got to make the plays when you have them, and he didn't do that.
Right. Jeremy makes a good point. He says, even when Jameis was here, I remember this, Jeremy. The line wasn't that good. Jameis made a lot of plays by himself. I remember that Jameis was getting rocked a lot 2014. His ankle was swollen in the Miami game. He was on one. He played that Miami Hurricane game in 2014 on basically on one leg. He that's why at the end of the game he put his finger up because he pretty much he played through pain that whole game. Remember they asked him at the end. They said Jameis, are you in pain? Because he was obviously limping. He goes, what did he say? He said like pain is an illusion. That's what him and Jimbo said. That pain is you could tell Jimbo told him that pain is an illusion, something like that. So Jameis's offensive line in 2014 was pretty horrendous. It was pretty horrendous. I remember that. And Jameis did a lot with that line. So because he did quick decisions, quick reads, and he was hitting the target. So we're not offensive. It's not like we're the only bad offensive line in the country. Like, man, everybody wants to be LSU's offensive line of last season. That's just not realistic. It's just not realistic. But we'll see, man. I mean, I think Nole gonna put a package. He gonna put some scheme together, man. Because he also, I seen a thing on X's and O's. He plays the Wildcat. He'll do whatever it takes, whatever works, whatever it takes. He's gonna adjust it to the roster. So we're in good hands. We're in good hands, y'all. I would love to see the Wildcat, boy. That'd be, oh my goodness. We got players for that. Howell have a better offensive line than we have. But I still think Howell would have been. I think Howell would have been. I don't know. We got better weapons than North Carolina. We got better receivers. Howell might have had a better. If Taggart would have got him, he would have had more weapons, better. I think he would have had a better year with us. But that's either here or there. But offensive line, well, that's not the reason. I mean, that's not the reason. But North Carolina has a better offensive line than we do. Yeah, I guess maybe. The offensive line wouldn't help them if they played us. I'll tell you that with the dogs we got. And I remember when Polk County, you said as soon as you said Chapman, he's from Miami, I believe. We got a few Miami dudes. They were like 3 stars that Miami was trying to get. We just waited for them. I still got this troll calling me, man. Idiot, you still not answering the phone.
What is he talking about?
He done called me 15 times in the past. Why you been talking about 15 times in the past 5 minutes? I'm like, I see your number, stupid. I'm not going to answer. Why you keep calling? Stupid. Jameis. Oh, Jameis had a lot of heart. Right, Jeremy. Yeah, he did. Blackman struggles with the simple passes, easy outs and screens. Yep. Jameis was a dead man walking behind that line. He was better when Jimbo coached. Nah, I don't see how he was better with Jimbo. Do you, Polk?
Who?
He says, yeah. He says that he was better under Jimbo, but took steps back when Tag took over. I don't see it.
Well, the reason he took you could say that, but the reason he took a step back is Taggart went with DeAndre Francois, so Black had to sit out another year. Like he went from a starter to sitting out, then he went back to the starter, and then it didn't help that they rotated Hornibrook in that's final season, and they mismanaged him, and he didn't look. Black didn't get the best situation. I'm not saying he had the perfect situation and just didn't perform. But even when he did have chances, to me, he just didn't make the plays. So I don't know, man. If he can make it, if he can do it, he can do it.
Mm-hmm. Kane Gang says, how was Daz Newsome and Diamond Brown 2 first-round projected picks? Okay. Drip says, anybody else felt like Willie's offenses were sluggish?
Yeah, Daz Newsome's a 5'11" wide receiver. James Blackman had Tamarion Terry. Like, come on.
Right.
Right. That's no excuse. There's no excuse. Like, what are you talking about?
Diaz Newsome.
And by the way, he also had Cam Akers. Like, come on. Don't try to make excuses. Like, don't act like James Blackman didn't have weapons to work with, man.
Like Howell, yeah. He had a lot more to work with than Howell.
All these weapons. Like, don't do that.
Nah. Drip says, anybody else felt like Willie's offense was sluggish? No, that wasn't Willie's offense anyway. That was Kendall Brown's offense. I don't know how y'all are. Y'all some Kendall Brown's apologies, man. I've seen a lot of that. A lot of Kendall Brown's apologies. A lot. Like that was Kendall Brown's offense. That's what he brought. Willie was struggling with the offense in 2018, but that was trying to mimic Kendall Brown. Then he brought Kendall Brown's in for the real thing, and that sucked just as bad. So that's not Willie Taggart's offense. Willie Taggart never really had his own offense. Willie had a style of offense that he liked. Kendall Brown was that style, and that was Kendall Brown's offense. He SHIT the bed too. So that was his crappy offense. Sluggish and simple. One trick pony. No adjustments at halftime. Same old basic crap. It doesn't work. Throw the ball deep to Terry. Throw the ball deep to Helton. They back up. We had no answer. So no adjustment. It's crap. Keith, it is Blackman's job to lose. That is my take. Yeah, that's the easy. That's the
safe.
Yeah. It is not even safe, in my opinion.
I think that's the less like. I think you do that if you're worried about getting the least amount of criticism. You can go and say, "Well, we wouldn't have started the junior because," but you know that's. Yeah. Let me tell you. So, I want to show. If y'all remember, I don't know how long some of y'all can remember back when Jimbo took over as offensive coordinator. We had these three quarterbacks on the roster. We had Xavier Lee, we had Drew Weatherford, and we had a guy by the name of Christian Ponder. And everybody thought when Jimbo came, they were going to go with Drew. Like Drew Weatherford was going to really benefit a lot from really getting. And you know what? Jimbo went with the redshirt sophomore at the time, I believe. Jimbo went with Christian Ponder, and the rest was like history. We never got to see Drew Weatherford and them again. Sometimes evaluate with what you got, and you can go with the unproven product and get where you're trying to go. Just because we've seen film on Black and we think we know what we is, to me that should tell you we don't need to start him. Nobody knew who Christian Ponder was until Jimbo went with Christian Ponder. Christian Ponder had no prior starting experience, none of that. So. Hey, that's just an example. Like, you can go with Jordan Travis, you can go with Chubba Purdy. I don't think Rodemaker's really gonna play a part in the offense this year. But we don't got to sit here and think, oh, James Blackman. If it's James Blackman's job to lose, man, to me, then I think we're in more trouble at quarterback position than I think anybody wants to admit.
Yeah, there's no way it's his job to lose. If you didn't, how can you watch all last season and say it's his job to lose? When y'all was all chirping and chiming, trying to get JT Daniels in here. Just stop. Y'all were chirping and chirping, trying to get JT Daniels. Why is that? If Blackman is the why? So that tells you right there, he's not the clear guy. The whole fan base wanted JT Daniels, a dude I don't know anything, haven't seen any tape, nothing, just because, oh, he's a 5-star, bring him in. That tells you right there what the fans really feel.
Chubba Purdy was a blue chip 4-star.
Right.
Like, I don't understand what's the pushback on Chubba Purdy, to be honest with you. I don't really quite understand it. Like,
fear of change. I don't know.
I don't get it. But that's what you got to do sometimes, man. You got to go with the unknown.
I'm gonna tell you like this. It's like Zombie Land. That guy, I got a good one. Remember that guy's name on Zombie Land? What was his name? Mr. Tallahassee. Remember him? Mr. Tallahassee? What'd he say? You gotta risk it to get the goddamn biscuit. Right? Isn't that what he say? You gotta risk it to get the biscuit. Mr. Tallahassee. I love that guy. I love that guy. TJ James. Just think, Browns is a way better OC than Lashley. True. And we had more weapons going into last year, and we sucked because of the line. Yeah, I would say quarterback play and combination. True. Yeah, Miami thinks they'll have a top 10 offense. No, they won't have a top 10 offense. But Browns is way better than Ashley because of the market. You can tell with the pay in the market, Browns can go to the SEC big time. Lashley, we don't even know who that's he's an undercard.
Let me say something, TJ. Miami's praying to God they have a top 10 offense. And here's the main reason why. For one, they've got transfers from all their key positions. They were able to shore up with transfers, so that's a good job by them. But they have ruined N'Kosi Perry. There's no way they can go back to N'Kosi Perry. If De'Aaron King ain't turned out to be what they want him to be, they are stuck at quarterback because I don't think you can go back to Perry. I think they have jacked up that kid's. They've started him and benched him, and then started him and benched. Jared Williams is gone. He's transferred out. And Tate Martell is garbage, so you can start him if you want to. That's going to help everybody else out. They are hoping they have a top 10 offense because they putting all their eggs in this De'Aaron King basket. And if he don't pan out, I don't think they can go to N'Kosi Perry.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what they got around him. I don't want to get too much of their talk because this is Nole night. Yeah. I don't know what they got around him. Like, even if he is that good, I don't know. I still think we're in the best position to beat their behinds this year. We're in the best position. I don't care where the game is. Our defense is going to be sick. Let's see.
That's another thing. That's another thing. When we're talking about this quarterback stuff, that's another thing. Everybody in the chat, me, TURNTTALLY, we all can sit here and agree that we think we're going to have a nasty defense. So if we can play decent quarterback without turning the ball over, man, we got 8, 9, maybe 10 wins. But Blackman has shown he bound to give you one of them 3-4 interception games. Like, come on, let's avoid that and we can win those games. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just go with the safe. I don't think Blackman's the safe pick. I think I don't know.
Shout out to Ramon James. What's up, Ramon? I see you. Let's see. Jason Creech. Kendall Brown's offense was way too easy to make adjustments for and shut down. Yep, no adjustments. Yep. No blooded say Miami scared. Perry's a Blackman too. Yeah, their depth is horrible. We do have one thing for sure though. I'm going to say this: we're good. I think we're good at depth at quarterback. We're the best we've been at quarterback as far as depth. With Novell picking up 2 quarterbacks that quick, we are really good at depth. I see us losing a quarterback in the transfer portal maybe in a year or two, which is a good thing. That means you got the factory. Yeah,
I'll say, like, this is a big year, I think, for Jordan Travis. Right? If Jordan Travis can't beat out Chubba Purdy, there's a chance maybe he tries to go somewhere else. Black could try to go somewhere else. I think he's a junior this year, so I think he still has 1 year of eligibility left. So he might try to go somewhere else if he loses his job. So you could see a transfer for sure.
Jerry said we're gonna smash Miami. Yeah, I like our chances. I'm very confident in that game so far. William says Tampa will beat Miami. I don't know about that one. What's up, Monet? She said the defense should have been good. Yeah, I agree. We're playing 3-4. Look, even Duke beat Miami, says Jeremy. TJ James says he had 9 wins last year. Had we actually made the right change on defense?
Like, we had 9 wins had we actually had a guy that could have made some throws, is all I'm saying. Like, we can blame some of the defense and we can blame some of the quarterback on that. Like, I'm just saying, like.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, there was no excuse for the offense to be as bad as it was. Because you had 2 offensive coaches in Browse and Taggart that should have been able to come to some kind of cohesion and put on a better on-field product. The defense, I'm gonna blame. I don't want to do it, but I'm blaming Taggart for that defense because he forced Harlan Barnett to coach a defense he wasn't comfortable coaching. He forced that man to change to the 3-4 when he's not a 3-4 coach. He's a 4-3 coach.
Yep.
And I think that messed up the entire defense. So yeah, and even with all of that I just said, we should have beat Boise, we should have beat Virginia, we should have beat Wake. Those are the 3 games you're talking about, TJ, where we would have been a 9-win team.
Yeah, we right there, man. People act like because we had a bad year that we can't bounce back, man. The ACC is ripe for the taking. Miami Crap Pitches is the home for wayward players that can't start where they want to play. It's still looking that way. Blackman gone. Someone says, Monet says, I see Jordan and Blackman transferring. Good. Monet says, I think we went too fast. Well, go ahead. You going to say something, Polk?
No, I was just saying, I think Jordan Travis should really get a legit shot. For me.
Oh,
but
okay.
I don't. I just think if he doesn't, he'll probably end up transferring. But I would like to see Jordan Travis get a shot. But may the best man win. That's how I look at
it. Yep. Ramon says Jordan really needs to get a long look. He will. Jeremy says Barnett was trash at Michigan State too. I thought no, Jeremy. He wasn't trash. No, Michigan State had an annual top 10 defense. They went to the playoffs, I believe, one season under him. Of course, he was sharing duties with I forgot who the other guy was. He's actually kind of the head. He was like an assistant to him, but it was a 2-man defensive coordinator team they had, and they had a top 10 defense every single season. Michigan State went to the playoffs a couple years ago with that.
Yeah, but the thing you're right about Michigan State, but the thing was Michigan State was unique. They had co-defensive coordinators at Michigan State.
Yeah, he was a co-coordinator.
He was a co-coordinator where he was in charge of most of the secondary at Michigan State. Yeah. So again, I think Harlan Barnett was just put in a position where I don't think he was put in a position to succeed. No. I don't think Willie Taggart thought that hire out, man. I really don't. If you wanted to run a 3-4, why hire Harlan Barnett? There's a million other 3-4 coaches out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think
he didn't want the 3-4 coaches. He wanted that dude that he
wanted Levitt. Yeah, he wanted Jim Levitt to begin with.
Yeah, damn it. Hopefully everything works out this time because that was a disaster all around. Corey says, I hated how things turned out for Willie. Yeah, I did too, because he was the only reason because I had a special place for Willie. He was from Florida, and I wanted him to succeed.
I did too. Really, I was so excited when we first got him.
Yeah, but oh well. Jip says, our quarterback room is shaping out pretty good with Purdy, Altmaier, and hopefully we pursue a 5-star in 2022. Yeah, we turned down a 5-star in 2022. But it's all right. Chad must go. Travis struggles with throwing the rock, though.
Can you really say that? Like Corey Saunders, can you really say that? Do we have any tape of Jordan Travis even getting a chance to throw the ball? Like none of us have seen him. I want to see him. You know what I'm saying? I at least want to see him get a chance to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I tell you this. He was leading the charge after the first 2 days before the lockdown. He was leading the way, even though it was only 2 practices, 2 or 3. He was leading. That's what Ward Chant was saying. What the guys were saying.
I think the question about Jordan Travis's arm strength may be legit. Like he may not have the biggest arm on the team, but from everything I've heard, he's one of the more accurate passers on the team. So maybe he can't push the ball downfield like a Blackman or a Purdy, but they're saying he's like the most accurate of the bunch, even though we haven't got to see Purdy on campus yet. So just talking about Rodemaker and those guys, they're saying Jordan Travis is the most accurate of the passers. I'll take that accuracy
Yeah.
I'll take that accuracy, man. And he can't have a complete noodle arm. He could at least throw the ball 20 yards. So I think they're kind of underestimating his throwing ability.
Mm. Hopefully, Jason Creech says, hopefully Marvin Wilson will finally live up to his 5-star rating. Yeah, I know, right? I want to see him step up. Travis looked more like a runner to me when I saw him play that little amount of time. Were you going to say something, Polk?
No. You got to go back to that comment. He said, hopefully Marvin Wilson will finally live up to his 5-star rating. What? What is Jason Creech talking about? Marvin Wilson's been the best player on this team the last 3 years, pretty much.
Well, he does get double teamed as well. We got to give him that as well.
Marvin Wilson, all you got to do is go check Pro Football Focus. Marvin Wilson is grading in the 90% every game. I'm not making that up. I'm not tooting his horn. I'm telling you what it is. He's the best. He's been the best player at Florida State for the past 3 years, probably.
I know what he's saying, though.
I don't know what he's saying.
I get what he's saying. He's saying the splash plays. He's not seeing the sacks. He's not seeing the
what do you want him to do?
Tackles for loss. Because it's the double team. He's getting double teamed.
He's doing his job as a defensive tackle. Like you say, he's getting double teamed. It's the players around him, right? The nose guard. Marvin Wilson's the nose tackle. It's the players. He frees up the backers and the defensive and the other defensive tackle and the defensive ends to make plays because he commands so much respect. It's up to them to make the plays. Don't go for Marv on that. No, I can't let you do that, Jason. Marv is not Marv ain't the issue.
You got Polk lit, Jason. You got him lit up in here. Jeremy Martin goes, Michigan State in what playoff? They went to the playoffs. They lost to Alabama or somebody. They got beat. They got handled, but they went. I forgot what year. Michigan State went to the playoffs, right, Polk? I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, they did. It was 2020 now? I think Michigan State went to the playoffs in 2017 or 2018. One of them 2 years.
He was making me doubt my own memory. He's making me doubt myself.
They did go to the playoffs.
They did. They got manhandled by Bama. Travis looked more like a runner to me when I saw him play that little amount. Wait, no, I take that back. Bama didn't manhandle Michigan State. Michigan State held their own defensively. It was their offense that lost that game. I remember watching that game. Their defense played admirably. Their defense was the real deal, man. Where we at? Travis looked more like a runner to me when I saw him play that little amount of time. Yeah, because what they had him doing. That was all. That's all
they let him do. It's easy to look like a runner when they only let you run.
Right. He did a spectacular job at it too. Jeremy says, "Do you think, guys? Do you guys think we could compete with Clemson before next year? Of course we can. We got talent. Of course."
It was 2016. It was 2016. Michigan made the playoff. My bad. I didn't mean to.
Okay. Thanks, Polk. Of course, we compete with Clemson. Competing and winning is two different things. I feel we can compete with almost anybody on the field. Like, of course, we can compete with Clemson. Now, beating them is a different thing. I just want to compete. I want to beat them. No, you know what I mean. I want to beat them first, but if you're not, at least compete. Willie was still bringing in blue chips. Monet says, we got 38 people. Hit that like button, people. Getting back. These must be the people flushing in from the other one, the channel. The only time he got a good chance to throw was in a spring game. True. Jason says, if Jordan Travis doesn't get to start at quarterback, maybe slot receiver. What do you think about that, Polk?
What do you say?
If Jason, if Jordan Travis doesn't get to start at quarterback, maybe slot receiver?
I think he's athletic enough to use him if you want to. I don't know if you want to hurt your depth at quarterback right off the bat. I do believe Jordan Travis is one of those guys, man, that maybe you just want to get the ball in his hands and let him do what he did. Like, I don't know if receiver, but maybe they can figure maybe like some wildcat packages for him or something like that. Or whenever you're going to run the read option, you use Jordan Travis. But you know,
Mhm.
you know.
We loaded. We
I don't want
loaded.
what I don't want is that double quarterback system, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, pick a quarterback and stick with what we got. I don't want that rotating quarterbacks in and all of that stuff. I mean, it can work, but I just rather not go that route.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I just think we're too loaded in the slot. That's the one position. Ja'Kai Douglas, Kelton. We still got DJ Matthews.
Yeah.
That's too loaded. It's too not for a quarterback just to come in there. Usually that's when a position change is usually when you're lacking in something. And we're not lacking in the slot, man. Corey Sanders, you're right, it was limited. Seems like they were trying to just create packages. Yeah. Will says the only time he's seen Travis throwing the ball was in 2019. This troll still calling Polk.
Yeah, you can't. There's no way you can block him.
Nah, I can't. It's blocked. It says blocked, but you can't. You can't block numbers off. It's a free internet service, so he's weird, weirdo. Yeah, weirdo. Mike said he doesn't have a noodle arm at all. We gonna see. We gonna see what he got. All y'all, I have faith in Jordan. I think he can throw that thing, but we gonna see. I think it's just I don't know, because he doesn't throw, so people automatically assume that. Jordan Travis will get a tomahawk. He's a 3-star quarterback, y'all.
Yeah, Jordan Travis. That's another one. Good point.
Yeah, he's not like a walk-on. Y'all talking about him like he's a walk-on or something. Like he was recruited by Louisville. He's recruited by a few Division I schools. You can't be that bad of a thrower with Division I offers in your record. Like, come on. Let's see. Yeah, they got smashed by Bama, right? Use him in the red zone. Warren Thompson. Jason Creech. Never seen Jordan Travis throw the rock except during spring ball, and it looked fine to me. See? Right. I didn't see a lot of zip coming out. I didn't see a lot of zip, but I don't care as long as it hits the spot. What are your impressions of Estes? Oh, Polk, what's your impression of Estes? I'll get that to you.
That's the guy we got today. I talked about that early in the video, man. In a nutshell, I'm not going to go over the whole scouting report like I did earlier, but in a nutshell, I think Estes is a good player with good technique for a high school offensive lineman, and he's very versatile. Got a few things, mainly hand placement he needs to work on, but I think that's a solid pickup. Again, like I always say, don't judge these offensive linemen off of their star rankings.
Yeah. Oh, let me speak to one of my speak to this guy, Saga saying. You can go over the chat. I gotta speak to this guy.
Okay. Let's see where we at. We got what's the impressions of Estes. Jason Creed said he would take Timmy Jernigan over Marv the Mouth Wilson any day. Hey, I'm not necessarily against that. Timmy Jernigan is one of my favorite Noles ever. But let's be unbiased here. Timmy Jernigan had a lot of talent around him as well. So, and Marv has some decent talent, but he doesn't have the linebacker talent or the defensive end talent that Timmy Jernigan had. So you just got to, hey, both are great players. I don't care what anybody says. Marvin Wilson is to say he needed to live up to that 5 stars. I don't see how you can come to that conclusion.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Don. So Mike Norvell, did you read that one already? Don Rurik?
So Mike Norvell, Memphis team that had a recruiting class slam full of 3 stars, managed to play Penn State in a bowl game. This guy can coach him up. Yeah, we'll be fine, Don. We'll be all right.
We'll be all right.
Not only did he play Penn State in the bowl game, I thought he outcoached Penn State as well. I think William, I think Payzon's probably the next to pop. If I had to predict the next recruit that's going to announce, I would probably think Payzon out of Louisiana, wide receiver.
Oh, wide receiver. Okay. Louisiana. We doing good with receivers in Louisiana. Who do we got in the coaching staff keep scooping up these dudes out of Louisiana?
David Johnson, running back coach. He's got Louisiana ties.
Wow.
That's the guy Pruitt really wanted to keep him on staff, and we were able to get him.
They like us in New Orleans, man. Even Corey Red's from New Orleans. And he's he grew up a Florida State fan. So we got a pipeline going, and that's not a bad pipeline to Louisiana. Not a bad one. That's a good one. Good pipeline. Jason says Timmy Jernigan was more of a dominant player than Marvin Wilson. I knew somebody was gonna say that. By far. Sure, Wilson does his job, and that's it. He's no game changer like Jernigan. I knew somebody was gonna break up Jernigan. I knew it. Because when Polk was saying that about Marv, I had Timmy Jernigan in my head because that's what the guy was saying. When I said splash plays and sacks and tackles for losses, that's what I was like talking about. He talked about Tim Jernigan. I knew it. But Marv actually grades better than Tim Jernigan. He has a way bigger motor. He doesn't get tired. I don't know if y'all remember that national championship game. Well, Tim Jernigan almost lost it because he was in so out of shape. He was on the oxygen tank. Remember that?
Timmy was dominant, but he gassed out in that Auburn game for sure.
Oh, that was obvious.
And I mean, let's be honest, Marvin Wilson, he's what? Probably 3 inches taller than Timmy Jernigan and probably outweighs Jernigan by like maybe 20, 30 pounds. Like, I like Timmy, don't get me wrong, but man, y'all are selling Marv short, man.
They are. But
Jernigan, of course, is going to have more of those splash plays because Jernigan's a 3-tech. He's not a nose guard like Marvin Wilson is. Marvin Wilson is there to clog the hole and allow everybody else to think of like Corey Simon and guys like that. That's what Marvin Wilson is in that mold. Jernigan is more of your Warren Sapp type of defensive tackle.
Yeah. Jernigan, he got a Super Bowl with Philly, don't he? He's having a hell of a career in the NFL.
He got a Super Bowl. Him and I Super Bowl.
He hasn't lost a step. Don says, thanks for go ahead. Oh, I hear myself echo. I keep thinking you're talking. Thanks for pronouncing my last name correctly, you guys. I probably was used to be butchering your name, Rurik, Don Rurik. Drip says he's taking Jernigan too. Just look at the Clemson game.
I just think we're comparing them all wrong because Jernigan was differently than Marv. Eddie Goldman was more of the nose guard back then. You don't hear much about Eddie Goldman, right? That's because he was used in a way that allowed Timmy Jernigan to get one-on-one and make plays. Like that's how they use Marv. They use Marv like you would use Eddie Goldman. That's a big nose guard defensive tackle, right?
That's true.
I think we're just comparing them wrong, in my opinion, right? Yes, they both play D tackle, but they're used in different ways.
I get what you're saying. Because he's gonna be a first-round draft pick, Marvin Wilson.
He's gonna be a top 10 draft pick. Jernigan, I don't believe, went till the 2nd or 3rd round. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too much of a Marvin Wilson fan. Who knows? Maybe I'm just wrong.
Yeah, no. This is what you're saying. I'm gonna break it down. This is what I'm thinking anyway. Marvin Wilson is more comparable because of the position to who's the guy you said that 5-star?
I'm talking about Eddie Goldman. He used to play for us. Yeah,
he's more comparable to him. Because what you're saying is like with LeBron and Michael Jordan, they always got to compare them to, right? And LeBron's game is nowhere like Mike. Kobe was like Mike because he was copying, trying to be like him. LeBron's game is like Magic Johnson. That's who you compare LeBron to. And then you get a clearer description of the game when it is, right?
Well, I think But you're right on with that. But I think to keep it in like a football perspective, it's like comparing a Mike linebacker to a outside or a weak side linebacker. They got two different jobs. They play two different ways, right? It's the same way with this in this defensive tackle, right? You got a nose guard and a 3-tech. Your Aaron Donald is your 3-tech. He's your guy that's getting all the sacks.
Yeah, all the credit.
He's getting all the credit.
Yeah.
But your Marvin Wilson is that nose guard that's clogging the middle and demanding a double team. He's taking up a guard and a center. You know what I mean? So I just think we're looking at them all wrong.
We're going to eat. This defensive line this season, this defensive line is going to eat.
And to further my point, that's why I think Corey Durden struggled after Marvin got hurt last year and wasn't as effective in that later in the last part of the season because he didn't have that guy to eat up the blocks. Coop is really good. He's not Marvin Wilson. So, you know.
Good point. That's true. He did fall off. When Marvin went down. Good point. Yeah. Eddie Goldman's having a great career. That's what Marvin Wilson's going to be. He's going to be Eddie Goldman. Eddie Goldman he's killing it. He got a Super Bowl. He got a Super Bowl too. He got a Super Bowl. Eddie Goldman. What'd you say, Polk? You say something?
I think Eddie Goldman's having a solid career. I believe he plays in Chicago.
I think he got a Super Bowl with Philly. I think Eddie Goldman and Jernigan was on the same squad, man, on that Philadelphia Super Bowl team. And they had Darby at corner. Their second. He was the premier guy. If you remember the Super Bowl against the Patriots, the Eagles had one of the worst secondaries talent-wise in the whole NFL. But their defensive line was so good, it didn't matter. And Darby was their DB1. And he had a hell of a Super Bowl. But I mean, with a defensive line they had, Darby was eating. He was playing man on man, bump and run. He was having a great time in Philly that year. I remember that. So yeah, that's like Florida State, Philadelphia, Florida State Eagles.
I think Jason just don't like Marvin Wilson. That's cool, Jason. We're gonna have to agree to disagree.
He taking DeMarcus Walker. Come on, man.
DeMarcus Walker's a good player, but again, you're comparing two different positions. DeMarcus Walker's a DN. He plays linebacker in NFL. Like, you're just comparing two different guys.
Bruh, come on. Can you imagine if they played together what DeMarcus Walker would have done with him playing beside Marvin Wilson? Like, it would be DeMarcus Walker probably a first-round draft pick the next season. It's like,
Walker probably would have had like 30 sacks had he been playing with Marvin Wilson.
He's a first-round draft pick playing next to Marvin, man. Like, come on. Let's see. We need to sack the quarterback more. Yeah.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Coop called the trench monster. Yep. I'm waiting for him to come into his own because he's a big beast.
Yeah.
I don't like Josh Sweat. I never liked Josh Sweat. I didn't like him. Nah. He wasn't a good defensive end to me. He had I think that injury, he had an injury before his career at Florida State. Jimbo still kept him on because he was a 5-star. He was going to be like a Clowney.
He was like before he got hurt, man. He was like the #1 recruit in the nation.
Yeah, he was a Clowney. He was going to come in like a Clowney type.
Then he blew his knee out, and even after he blew his knee out, he was still a 5-star. But he never really lived up to that.
No, he lost his burst. He lost that burst off the line with that injury. It's clear to see. He was all right. I never was big on him. Let's see. Any more questions, y'all? Hit that like button. This is Nole night, baby. You got Polk County Nole and TURNTTALLY. Give it to you, baby. Also, be on the lookout. I'm going to upload a video tomorrow. Make sure you watch it. It's going to be funny, man. I put a lot of work into it. I believe the video is going to be about 40 minutes long. I'm talking about, I'm going to play you highlights of Omari Cooper commit. You're going to get tape on him. You're going to get tape on Jackson West, my goodness, I didn't know he played 3 sports. Now I understand why Polk County Nole was so high on him. I see now. The kid is legit, man. Goodness gracious. I didn't even watch the tape. I usually watch the tape and leave it for when I upload it so you get my real reaction, real time. But I did see like about 3-second clip. I'm like, man, this kid is like who? Michael Trigg, who? We're gonna be fine at tight end. I'm not worried about tight end watching this kid. But he played basketball too, which is good. Seems like all the best tight ends usually play like 2 sports. It's like a trending thing. When they play, they got good feet. When they play basketball, those are the tight ends you want. The athletic tight ends that can jump and run and hand-eye coordination and route. Those are good tight ends. That's what you want. I would prefer to have all my tight ends as basketball players. Honestly, me personally. Also it's gonna be real funny. Look out for the video. It's gonna be about 40 minutes long. As I said before, I'm gonna upload it tomorrow night. I'm gonna be talking about Dabo Sweeney. I know a lot of y'all. I'm gonna be joke clowning them. I know a lot of y'all. Well, not a lot of y'all. One of y'all requested me to do the phone call. That takes a lot of work, man. Like I'm gonna be talking to Coach Norvell on the phone. Y'all say y'all like that. That always does. That video always does good. Yeah, people love that. And the reason I don't do that too much, I think the last time I did that was when Mike Norvell, we first found out Mike Norvell got hired. That was about 7-8 months ago, I believe. I don't do that too often. I think I maybe did like once or twice last year. I don't do it too often because it requires a lot of work, editing and pretend like you're talking to somebody on the phone, and mimicking their voice and its timing. It took me about 4 hours just for that one little 2-minute skit. I did it yesterday. It took me about 4 hours, and I said, okay, I realized why I don't do this too often. So, but yeah, be on the lookout for that. You're gonna enjoy it. Yeah, Dabo is tone deaf, says Mike. Yeah. Yeah, he got a ring in Philadelphia. Oh, Josh Sweat. He got a ring in Philadelphia. I told you the Philadelphia Florida State Eagles that year won the Super Bowl. I forgot about that. Josh Sweat was on that team. Goodness gracious. That was the Florida State Eagles, man. Jason Creech. It's nice to see Marvin Wilson could play cornerback if need be. Dude got some wheels. Who? What?
I think he's talking about that race between Marvin Wilson and Asante Samuel. He do got some wheels, man.
Oh, the race. What are you talking about? Speaking of Josh Sweat, what happened to our Virginia Beach pipeline with Norvell? Man, we ain't got no pipeline. These new coaches.
That was Jimbo's. I think Jimbo was recruiting Virginia like that. That was Jimbo territory.
They didn't do too good anyway. We ain't get no good players about it. What did we get out of Virginia that panned out?
Derek Nandi. That's about it.
That's about it. One guy. Give me the Miami 3 stars any day. Give me the Florida 3 stars. Give me them any day, man. I don't want no Virginia 4 and 5. What have they done for us? We got a couple of those. They didn't do nothing for us. Give me the 3. Chapman, Jamarcus Chapman. He's a 3-star Miami. We got a few Miami guys, man. Just give me those. Just give me those. John Rurick. It's obvious we need an offensive captain. That'll come. New team, new coaches. That'll come. Hopefully it's Chuba. It's Kalala Bourne, Derek Noddy, Taylor. Oh, where are they from? They're not Virginia, are no? They're not Virginia, are they? Oh,
yeah, okay. They're all of those guys are from Virginia. But I mean, none of them are like. I mean, I guess if you like EJ, I guess.
Nope, I don't.
LeBourne is still, the verdict's still out on LeBourne. So, yeah. And then Levante Taylor turned out to be a bust. So, I don't know.
I'll take out of that group. I'll take Derek Noddy and maybe Kalon LeBourne, maybe. So 1 out of 4. And Taylor, bust. EJ Manuel, I never was big on him. Never liked. That defense we had under EJ Manuel was a national championship team. The defense, everything was perfectly set up, and we couldn't beat North Carolina State. I mean, and it was on him. That game was on him. Defense played lights out. What did we give up? 17 points? Like, come on, man. How many 3 and outs? How many 3 and outs EJ had that game?
He couldn't make the plays when he needed to make them.
Nope. That defense was lit, man. That defense, that was a national championship team. But the quarterback, the most important position on the field. You go where the quarterback goes. It's how it is. It's how it is. Let's see. Don Rurik. I can't wait to see who that offensive captain. Okay, up for grabs. Will said, "Oh, go ahead."
I'm trying to think of who would be named offensive captain. The problem is we're very young on offense. Like maybe Tamorrion Terry. I don't know if Terry's the leader type. Preferably you would want one of those offensive linemen, but we're so young on O-line. And I don't think a FIU kid, not being like really from Florida State, he's transferring from another school. I don't know if he takes that leadership role or not. So that's a good question. Like who's going to emerge on that offense to lead them? That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Will says, Polk, do you think Demore Tate will start this year?
We know he has the talent. The problem is there's a lot of other guys that got a lot of talent in that secondary.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, too much. Don't know.
Yeah,
John,
I think it could be tough.
Yeah, it's gonna be good competition. John says, "Turn, love your shows with TTY." Yeah, we were going live this Friday. Hopefully, last Friday. It's gonna be on my channel this Friday. Last Friday, he had his mom was in the hospital. She's fine now. So we more than likely we should go live this Friday on my channel 7 p.m. That should pick up really well. Even I know Polk said this before. That should pick up really well once the season starts. It's gonna pick up.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be. Yeah, that's gonna be wild.
That one.
Go ahead. What you say?
That podcast with you and T2Y once the season starts is gonna be, I think, very. And then just imagine like before the game and after the game, like those are gonna be. You'll probably have like 100 and some people in the chat, like for those games.
Right. This gonna be if I tell you this, Polk, if Florida State wins, I think our show's gonna grow regardless. But if they win it, this Nole night gonna blow up crazy too. If we win it, because you're gonna have everybody trying to jump in and see what's going on with Florida State. So that's gonna help us out too. So we'll see.
I think we do pretty good as is, though. For it to not be no season, we usually doing pretty good.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's the crazy part. But it's good content when you have. It's not crazy when we have good content. You break it down. Yeah, we should have numbers. Right. Let's see. I think we redshirt him. Oh, you think maybe redshirt Demore. Mike says awesome news. Jeremy, secondary needs to make plays and stop giving up long plays. I say turn your head around when the ball's in the air and just get back to freaking fundamentals of football. High point the ball, catch the interceptions, know where you're supposed to be, line up correctly.
I say play guys where they're supposed to be played at.
That's what I say.
Don't have a guy that's a corner playing safety, and don't have a guy that's a safety playing linebacker. How about we play the guys where they're supposed to be played at?
Oh God, coaching is the problem. Coaching was the problem. Coaching was the problem, man. I told T2Y, because T2Y messaged me yesterday, and he's like, Manny's. I laughed at him. No, I saw a comment. Man, he says Manny's winning the transfer portal. I'm like, y'all won the transfer portal last year, didn't do nothing for you, man. I said, and he said the recruiting. I say, look, Florida State, the Gators may have a little edge on recruiting, but it's not that big of an edge. I heard something about they're getting decommits too. So basically what I'm saying is if you're not Clemson, you're not Georgia, you're not Bama, you're not Ohio State, You're not that top LSU. You're not those top about 6, 7 teams. You're getting the second tier players. So I told him, I said, look, me, you, Florida, we're all getting, compared to them, we're getting second tier. So it's going to come down to who has the better coaching. Point blank, period. It's all, and I like our coaches better than theirs. I do. Florida Gators, that remains to be seen. I don't know, because they're winning 10 games. So I can't really fault them. They seem like they're doing their job. But I feel good with us. I think we could be first. We could be the best staff. Depends how we look at this next season. We could be the number 1 staff. But for right now, I say we had a number 2 staff. Right? So I'm feeling good. In Florida. Number 2 staff in Florida is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's see. Don't forget. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all need to stop. Jason Creed said, don't forget about Brandon on the Eagles. Brandon's hard, but made his hits legal. Yeah. Right. He was on the Super Bowl team.
Yeah, he was.
He's a beast. Nigel Brad's a beast. Sorry, Brad. No disrespect. I forgot it. He's a beast. Don Rurik. When Winston was a freshman, he took control of the offense. His personality was bigger than life. He could motivate. The man was awesome. Yeah, but he was only.
Winston wasn't the leader of that offense.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't even the leader of the team. He was a rah.
Winston wasn't the leader. Like, I know we like to think and we like to we think he was. Winston had the great personality and all that. You're right about he was very charismatic. But they had Brian Stork on that offense. They had Devontae Freeman on that offense. They had Rashard Green was on that offense. They had legit leaders on that offense, and that doesn't even count for Telvin Smith and LaMarcus Joyner, who were the leaders of the entire football team. That team was loaded with leadership. So it was perfect. It was perfect for a guy like Jameis to just step in and be himself. You know what I mean?
Right. He had great play. His play spoke for itself, so people listened to him. That's all. But he was the face. He was the prettiest. What's the word I'm looking for?
Quarterback. So,
prettiest bell at the ball. He was the prettiest bell at the ball. Cameras were on him. He was the sensation, the new superstar quarterback, first-round draft pick. Trent Dilfer said he was going to be a first-round draft pick before he even threw a college football. So all cameras were on him. He didn't bust. He fully showed that he was that guy, and that's why but he wasn't the leader of the team.
No, he wasn't.
He wasn't. Telvin Smith was, I believe. Telvin Smith, and
Marcus a lot of leaders on that team.
Yeah. You guys doing a damn good job. We appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. Jason Creed. Sweat was still the fastest defensive end at the combine. I remember that.
You were like a 4.5, I think, or 4.5.
I remember that.
You did run a fast 4.
Oh, man, without that injury, he lost his first step. He would have been a clowny, man. No doubt. He dropped with that injury. He would have been a clowny. He was a beast. I seen him before that injury. My God, man. Oh. That's football. That's football, man.
Yeah.
John says, Merrick, these guys are going places. Yep. You right. Here we are. Jeremy says transfer portal. Yeah, moral victories. So don't thank Florida State. Don't get too. That's what I'm saying. Don't get caught up. I got to check myself. Don't get too caught up with his offensive tackles are going to save our life. I mean, they're all going to be average or below average. They're a band-aid. They're not what we want as a program. It's just that they're better than what we, maybe better than what we got. We don't even know yet because we had dudes sit out in red shirt tackles. So we don't even know. So don't get too caught up in this hype of the transfer portal. There's many teams that use transfer portal like a lot, like Miami and it hasn't done anything for them. You only want to use it for a little bit of piece. It's a little bit. You don't want to have you don't want to be clustered in it, man. So don't get, don't get caught up in that hype about the portal. The portal is not going to make you like a championship team contender overnight. It's not going to happen.
It's not something to brag about for sure. I'll say that.
It's not. It's not.
Oh
man.
yeah, we went in the transfer portal every year. Okay.
Oh God. Oh God, no. No. Oh God, no. It shows desperation when you're in the portal. It does. It shows a little desperation because you missed on some hits. So you don't want to get too. We got about 8. We got about 8 up out of there.
Yeah, we got a few ourselves.
Yeah, you'll be lucky to get 2 starters out of that. You'll be lucky to get 1 out of the portal. You'll be lucky to get 1 or 2 starters out of the portal. That's mostly for depth. It's mostly for depth. Don't get too excited. I would get more excited about Brian Estes today than anything we've done in the portal. Like anybody, I don't care. We got Jared Williams today. I still would be more excited about Brian Estes. You know, because just because if they're transferring from another school, they can't be that great. Like, come on. Like Miko Dotson, that's different. That's different. But usually, generally, they're leaving because they lost in competition. They don't like the coach. They don't like something. Because if they were that good, they wouldn't be transferring. They would be on the roster on that team. No Jameis, no title. Wait.
That's a fact. Not,
yeah, but you can say that about.
Not gonna dispute that at all. No Jameis, no title. You're absolutely right. That don't mean he was a leader of the team.
That's true. That's true. But 2014, Jameis didn't win a title. No Telvin Smith, no title. No Tim Jefferson, no title. No Dart. Oh, we had Darby.
Like, had Darby. So we didn't have Telvin. We didn't have Joyner. We didn't have Rashard Green that following year. So they lost. They didn't have Brian Stork. Lost a lot of leadership.
Stork. Right. Stork? No Stork. Remember, Winston was running around with one leg because his ankle was broken.
A lot of leadership. So it goes both ways.
Right. It's a team. What did Jameis Winston say?
No, my bad. Jeremy Martin.
What did Jameis say? Man, I love my team. After Clemson, I love my team. I love the line. I love the running backs. We got everything. Remember that speech after the Clemson game on camera? That interview with ESPN? Jameis told you. He know what team he had. It's a team game. Winston was really a sophomore, was just a redshirt freshman. Oh, speaking of team game, the basketball, looking like we good for that center. We get that center, boy, y'all better just start popping bottles and get ready for a championship. At least a Final Four.
I'm so mad we didn't get a chance to make the Final Four this year, man. I
know. Don't even worry about it.
We had the squad. We was gonna make a run this year.
Don't even worry about it. We so loaded now, like the team's gonna be better. It's not even close to what the dudes we got coming in. It's not even close to what we had. Don't even worry about it. Just Florida State fans start pop. If we get, I'm saying pop bottles now. We guaranteed a good run into the because the team's gonna be better. But if we get this center, start popping bottles, man. It's coming. Just start popping. Final Four at least. Even if we don't get them, it's like still we in a good spot. We gonna take over the ACC. We're out recruiting circles around Duke. Duke right now head is spinning. Their head is spinning. We out recruiting them. Like it's not even up for debate. What we got? Manny Diaz, Keith Van Horn said, Manny, oh God, here we go with the Manny. I'm so sick of his fake gangster routine.
What'd he say?
Manny Diaz tweeted, if you don't want to come play for Miami, then you will get beat by Miami. Oh, God.
Oh, well, FIU didn't get beat by Miami. And Louisiana Tech and Duke and Georgia Tech. And
oh, Lord. Manny, just shut up. Manny, just shut up and keep your job. Just shut up. You haven't done anything to warrant any talking. Shut up. Winston was really a sophomore. Yeah, he's a redshirt freshman. Yeah, sophomore. Yeah. So that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, I think Jameis would have been fine as a freshman. He could have started. He'd have been just fine. Yeah, you guys see how Telvin turned out?
Who?
Y'all see how Telvin turned out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. He quit football before all this stuff even happened anyway. He's like, oh man, forget football. I'm gonna grow me a farm. And I don't know. To each his own, to each his own. Y'all always talking about, yeah, whatever. Wanda says yes, because I wanted to see Jaden Woodby at safety, his YouTube page. Nasty. Any of y'all catch Woodby's message on, did you catch it, Polk?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw some. Saw it yesterday. Williams had a big injury last year with his ankle. Who's Williams? Who's that?
Williams who?
I don't know who that is. Who you talking about?
Me either.
Hopefully his kids stay committed. Jeremy, that's not necessarily Jeremy, because you got to think we might be able to upgrade some spots.
He's talking about Jared Williams, the offensive tackle. That's what he's talking about.
See?
Yeah, he did miss all of last year.
That's what you're going to get in that portal. See? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't get too up on these guys coming to the portal, man. Because it wasn't a promise that Williams was even going to start if we got him. Just like Isaiah Walker, who's like a true freshman. Like, I don't care he's a 5-star. He's a true freshman. He ain't ready. It's big boy football here. But don't get too caught up, Jeremy, and his kids staying committed, because you got to think, if you can upgrade a kid, you're going to turn the kid up way if you want to play for somebody that's like, you know what I mean, that you really want. So it's too early to be worried about kids decommitting and committing. Don't even worry. This is Florida State, man. The kids are going to come. If we winning games, if we looking like we coach, that's the last thing to worry about if kids are going to stay committed. Who cares? Just like the Michael Trigg thing, tight ends are going to, with this offense, this offense is tight end heavy, man. We're going to get those kids. Those kids are going to want to come to Florida State. Don't even worry about it. Just like King from Houston. I don't know what he's saying there. Too many turnovers in that game against Oregon. Yeah, bad line play. Dalvin Cook fumbled the ball 3 times that game.
Yeah.
It tired our defense down. Nobody wants to really admit that. I always bring that up because it's a little taboo subject. But I got to tell the truth. Dalvin had great games, and we probably wouldn't have been in the playoff game without him. He had some super runs that won some games. But I tell you this, he did lose that game. I mean, because the game we was down like I think by 8 points, and Jameis was working his magic. It was the third quarter. Jameis was working his magic. We were driving down the field methodically, doing his thing, and then Dalvin fumbled. They got the ball. I think they scored. Fumbled again. Defense was gassed by then, and then he fumbled again. That's when the blowout started. That's what lost the game. It's a taboo subject because every time I bring that up, FSU fans get really defensive. Oh, we wouldn't have been there without him. I understand that, but the truth is the truth, man. Truth is the truth. Yeah, the portal is like the episode of The Land of the Lost. You never know what you're going to get. Defense, yeah, because we lost Pruitt. I don't think defense was that. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. It was above average. It was. What's that coach name? Charles Kelly.
Yeah.
All that first round talent, redonkulous. Let's see. Kendrick says, if Tar Heels disappoint, I'm joining the basketball bandwagon. Oh, they're not doing it. They're not doing it.
Go ahead and jump on the bandwagon, Kendrick.
They're not doing anything. Tar Heels ain't gonna do nothing, man. We're gonna smash them. Bruh, Florida State is the cream of the crop right now. Jason Creech, Crack pitchers are going to suck again. Don't worry. Don't even bring them up. I don't want to talk about the crack pitchers. Talk about all too much. John Shield, shut up about it, man. Stop trying to sneak it in here, man. You know this is no night. No night, bro. Drip. Y'all think Norvell kicks recruits is better ones? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Of course that's gonna happen. When you see a decommit, don't think it's because the kid don't want to be here anymore. Just know that Norvell more than likely, yeah. But just go ahead. We don't think we're going in a different direction right now. He's gonna say it very nicely. Island Boy, Jimbo ran Dalvin into the ground. He's a running back. That's what running backs want. If he didn't run him to the ground, he probably would have been in the field. Set him on the bench.
That's a good point. I think if you ask Dalvin, he won't complain about all the carries he got.
Running to the ground? If I'm a running back, I want that ball in my hands. What are you talking about? I want the ball. Run me into the ground. These kids are 18. How can you run a 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid into the ground? Are you kidding me? I remember me at 19. I didn't sleep for days. And would go into the club, open the club, and close it. Non-stop dancing and drinking for 5-6 hours straight. You can't run a kid into the ground. Like, come on. Kid. Let me see. Jimbo. Okay. Dalvin self-identified as black in the Oregon game. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, freshman. That was a freshman. That was his day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happens, man. He's the best. He turned to be. I was mad at him that game. I ain't gonna lie, but he turned out to be the best running back in Florida State history. Can't take that away. Oh yeah, Dalvin Cook. Yeah, he is holding out. He gonna get it. He gonna get his money too.
He should hold out.
Yeah.
Only thing working against Dalvin is he's missed like 19 games the past few seasons. Like,
yeah,
that's kind of working against him in those type of negotiations. But I hope he gets his money.
They trying to get him because he got his rookie money. Now he's trying to get his good money because he know he only has about running back life don't last long. He may have 3 seasons left, if that. So he's trying to get his money now. I can't fault him for that, man. You can't let nobody use you like that. Get it while you can. Corey Wren. I had a different direction, right, Drip? Hit that like button, folks. You went no night. Polk County Nole and TURNTTALLY, baby. Giving you the information, giving you Nole fans a voice. Doing really well this show, man. I'm really impressed with the show. I was saying that because even when Dalvin got hurt, he still kept him out there. It's just me, though. Yeah, but he's asking Dalvin, if Dalvin is the offense, which is because Francois wasn't doing nothing. If Dalvin was the offense, though, he's the best player we got. He's pretty much unstoppable. I'm pretty sure Dalvin would say, give me the rock, even though he's still gimpy. I mean, what else is he going to do? You got to play through injury. It's like, what, you going to go to the NFL? You know what I mean? And what? You got to play. The scouts look at that too. They look at your durability as a running back. You're going to have dinks and dings and everything. If they say you can't handle that, why would they draft him? He has to be able to play through pain. So, no, Jimbo did the right thing because Jimbo knows college football is a high-pressure, big-money game. You can't just – no, you got to ride your man like the horse because – no, Jimbo understands, like, now is the time. Now. Not next year. No, not next week. It's now. That's why he's Miami's and the Florida Gators daddy. I just had to put that out there. He's their daddy. He's their daddy. We know that. Don Rurik. Just want to say love everyone in here, including John from Miami. You will come around. Jason. Dalvin Cook is the best running back in FSU history. Just had a bad game against Oregon. Nothing but love. Yeah, that's just one game. Yeah. That's just Yeah. You say something?
Nope.
Jason Creech. Hope Akers gets to play behind a decent offensive line. Oh, he will. Compared to what we had, any line to be. Come on, he's gonna be. He's gonna eat. He might eat in the NFL. Seems like he's more of a NFL pro style back anyway. The offense we was running doesn't even suit him. So he's gonna love whatever he gets in the NFL. I promise you that. I promise you that. This dude's still calling. Let me see if he answered.
Answer it.
Let me see if it's real. Hello? Okay. It must be just a glitch in my. Never mind. It keeps ringing, but I don't think it's. Yeah, he stopped because I answered it and none came up. Anyway, yeah, best running back ever. We still got 35 people here. What y'all want to talk about, man? I'm trying to think. We've been on about 2.5. We still can stay on. It depends up to Polk if you want to stay on longer.
I'm chilling.
Yeah, I'm off today. I tell you this, Polk. I've been watching your games. I watched the North Carolina State one. Damn, that game be cheating. There's no way.
Man.
The talent, huh?
If you watch the Miami game.
No, I did. I was gonna get to that. The talent disparity is ridiculous. But I saw that quarterback, all he could do was run, and you had no chance of stopping him. Like, it was ridiculous. Like, it's a glitch in that game. And then I noticed, like, every time you run the RPO, every time you keep it with a quarterback, the defense bites every time. Like, that's weird. Every time they bite. And even when you got the ball every time, and then when you're on defense every time. And what's the other thing? Oh, the Miami game. I didn't watch it. I clicked on it to watch it, right? And then I saw the comments. I said, I'm not watching this. I clicked right off. I was like, oh, okay, I'm not watching this.
Oh, man.
I shouldn't have read the comments. That's what I got a habit of reading the comments before I watch any video. And I was like, no, I'm not watching this. So I clicked off that crap. Because T2 Wild, I saw him gloating. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm not watching
they all Miami fans, they never commented on my video before they came out of the woodworks to comment on it.
Let them talk. Let them go ahead and talk. Because I tell you what, and none of them can. That's why they like TURNTTALLY, because none of them can talk like me. You just wait, Miami. You just wait. I got something special for y'all. Y'all think y'all got bragging rights for a whole. Y'all gonna get sick of me. Y'all gonna get sick of me. I promise you. I've been waiting 3 years to beat y'all. I got a lot to spill. I promise you. Let's see.
Hey,
Mr.
Keith,
Justin.
I was gonna say to Keith, keep me updated on the Shakur Stevens fight. I'm a big boxing fan too, but I've been so sad ever since Wilder lost. I just don't know what to do myself. But let me know how that Shakur Stevens fight goes.
Juxtapose. Imagine being a Miami fan and having to accept your team as booty, but every offseason you're back. Right. That's what I don't. But see, that's the thing. This is Nole night, and I remember that Willie said this. I know you, but it's true. You focus on the things you have to do and yourself, everything will fall into place, right? So you don't want to get caught up going back and forth with them all the time. You don't want to get caught up, man, because you'll fall into this moral victory thing. Oh, we got this guy, you did it, this, that, tit-tat crap. But then when the season come around, what difference is that winning that off season? What difference? Even if we won, even if we probably did, we don't know yet. But let's say even if we won and got, you know, these so-called good tackles that are leaving their teams and stuff, right? That doesn't promise anything either way. I'd rather have the wins during the season when it counts. This off-season crap, you don't want to get caught. I see a lot of Florida State fans start turning a moral victory Miami fan. You don't want to be them. You don't want to become them. We're going to be losing for years, and you're going to be beating your chest because you got a tackle out the portal. Well, you haven't been relevant for 20 years, so don't get caught. Don't fall into that hype. Florida State, we better than that. We only been rebuilding for 3 seasons. That's not man. People would kill for that. Don't let these trolls, you know, from Clemson and where Auburn, wherever they're from, Georgia, don't let them get to you. They would kill for our name. They would kill for our brand. They would kill to be Florida State. We've only had 3 years of down. That's like to some schools, that's like 1 day. 3 years. We wish we was down for 3 years. Some schools be down for 20, 30 years. That's just part of sports. You can't be on top forever. But Florida State never stays long. We always come back at least twice a decade. We always have a good run for about two years every decade, pretty much. If you look at the 90s was like ungodly, probably never happened again. That's just insane. That probably never happened again. But we always come back at least 2 or 3 years. We have a good run. Until they take our whole team to the NFL. It's hard to keep talent when you win it. It's hard to keep talent, which is a good thing. You want that. He said that Miami game was cheating. He said it was. It must be a special. I remember when I used to play video games all the time. When you play that rivalry game, it don't matter how much better your team is than that rival team.
Right,
that game yeah.
It's something like that.
Who was at home? Was it Miami?
Miami was home.
Yeah. They're gonna do that to you. Yep. Yeah, sounds like those Dallas fans. Right, that's how Miami just Dallas fans. Do we beat the stuffing out of Boise? Talent-wise, on paper, yes. Polk, you got an answer for that?
He said, do we beat Boise?
We should
beat them, man. Like, talent-wise, we should be what? Talent-wise, we should probably be favored over just about every team we play except Clemson, maybe Florida.
Mm-hmm. Hit that like button, people. Hit that like button. Help us out. We working here. Let's give us a like. Shakur Stevenson is in the lightweight division.
Yeah, I know that. I was saying I haven't been watching much boxing since Wilder lost.
Brandy Franklin says, "What's up, fellas? How do you feel about a situation with Marvin and Coach Norvell?" You can take that if you want.
I think we talked about that so much.
Yeah.
But ultimately, this is my first time seeing you in here, Brandy. So
yeah.
For you, I think me and Turnt kind of feel the same way. Like, I know Turnt really rather had Marvin Wilson do it behind closed doors, but ultimately, I think the team looks better from it. I think they learned from it, and I think the situation maybe ended up being a positive. So I don't think there's no more negative feedback off of it, just from what I'm seeing.
It's done. It's good. And plus, Dabo's making us look even better. So thank you, Dabo. You dumbass. Thank you, dummy. Thank you so much for being an ignorant ape. Thank you. What was I going to say? It was something I was going to say. I forgot now. Doesn't matter. Island Boy, what y'all think about Brooks? Do y'all think he'll ever get to be a starter? Who's Brooks?
DeKalen?
Oh, no. Of course not.
I don't see DeKalen getting that.
Our linebackers are on another planet right now. We got the ceiling for our linebackers is bonkers.
Yeah, I think they've brought in too many quality linebackers for DeKalen to get playing time.
Bonkers.
Too small. He's too small.
Taggart recruited. You're gonna see Taggart recruited. You're gonna see the DB. DB's gonna
Tavion
be back.
Glenn.
Yep.
Linebackers. DJ Lundy. Deloach.
Yeah, he's gonna be nasty.
Jalil McCray. It's just too many guys. It's just too many guys for. I don't see Brooks on the field.
Yes, sir. Our defense is going to be nasty. Got to run the ball, bro. Polk. I think we're trying. Huh?
I was trying to run the ball. They was cheating. It wasn't.
Oh! He's talking about a video game. Hey, I'll talk about real life. If we have any semblance of a running game, man, get excited. I said this last time. If we have any semblance of a good running game, we're gonna drive because we can control the clock and just eat your offense up and wear you down. That would be the best case scenario for Florida State is to have a good running game. That would be the best thing for us. That would be, oh man. It's hard. It's hard. That's the prototype of a winning team. If you have a hard-nosed defense and a running game, those teams are like almost impossible to beat. Oh, it's almost impossible. That's what I want. I want a running game. O-line wasn't blocking. Oh. Clemson copycatting our sod cemetery, right, Jalen? I heard about that. I mean, Don. Al Golden. Is Devontae Freeman getting drafted by Tampa Bay? Oh, I heard about that. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind having Devontae Freeman in Tampa.
Freeman, from what I heard, Freeman said he wouldn't mind it, but he said Tampa Bay hasn't reached out to him yet. So,
yeah, he would have to take a pay cut. I think he would be.
I don't know if Tampa's going to sign him or not.
He has to take a pay cut though. I think he would to play with Tom Brady. I think he would. What's up, Jalen? Where you been, boy? You working out? I hope getting Division I ready, eating good, lifting weights, going to camps. Let's get you. I want to see you at Florida State, man. I want to see you at Florida State. Let's see. Thanks, John. Jason Creech. Norvell misspoke and Marvin called him out. Both made us look bad. We all right, man. We all right. Trig over there tripping, but whatever.
I think we initially looked bad, but if you like again,
no,
Marvin had an interview on the ACC network today. I think a lot of the stuff after the aftermath, I think, has all been positive. The media is like supporting players' rights to speak out now, and it could have been so much worse. I don't. It's nothing really good.
Right. Thanks, Brandy. Thanks for staying locked in, baby. If you could get any prospect to commit right now, who would you like to commit? Well, it was Trig yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. That was who I wanted, Trig. But right now, I'm focusing on the season. I'm not focusing on next year.
I'll answer. If you're saying any prospect in the nation or any prospect that like FSU has a real shot at, because if I say any prospect that we have a real shot at, I probably would go like Ferguson, offensive line. Ferguson or I forget that defensive tackle's name, but one of those guys.
Yeah. Okay. He said the Miami game was cheating, period. So is Dabo getting dragged still? Yes, Adamby. They can't shut me up. They can't freedom of speech, and you're gonna hear a lot about out of my mouth in the next video I'm dropping tomorrow night. It's gonna be funny, it's not gonna be hateful, but I'm gonna drag them. I'm gonna drag them TURNTTALLY style. You know how I get down. I'm gonna drag them. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna be laughing, but I'm dragging them. Best believe that. They can't shut me up. And I don't care about what statement I don't care about that statement today. Y'all need to check out, I think his channel is called Harris Highlights. He broke it down. I watched it before I went live. He actually started crying at the end. I think it's Harris Highlights. And what he does, he listened to Dabo Swinney's thing today, and he will pause it and give his take. Man, I'm dragging him. It's terrible. It's terrible how Dabo thinks this is a game. He thinks it's a game. He thinks it's cute. He's gotten away with stuff before. But I tell you what, the game is changing. Dabo is about to get phased out. Dudes like him are getting phased out. It don't even matter. He's gonna be phased out. I don't care who he thinks he is. He's gonna get phased out. Protests are gonna happen first of all this season. I know it's coming. It's coming. Clemson is in a world of trouble. They just don't know it yet. They don't know it yet, but they're in trouble. And I see Pigskin Pete. I think I looked up Dabo Swinney. I saw Pigskin Pete is a Clemson fan, and boy, he is Dabo Swinney apologist numero uno. He is super caping for Dabo because he knows what's coming. He's like, nah, he did it. He's playing stuff, and he's Dabo Swinney apologist coming out the woodworks because it's looking real bad on him. Looking really bad. Yeah, he should. Do you want to weigh in on that, Polk? Or are you tired of talking about it?
You said it all. I'm good.
Yeah, Devontae should go to Tampa, Davey. I think it'd be a good fit. It's with Tom Brady. I mean, how bad could that be? What up, Hurricane T2Y? No. Sad FSU fan. No, you talk about video games. You talk about Polk's. Polk has a series going where he's showing him playing, season on college football. You said it's 2014, didn't you?
Yeah.
You did a lot of work to upgrade those rosters. Good gracious, to update them. You had to do a lot of work. 2014.
Yep. That's what happens when you're on quarantine and you ain't had too much to do.
Too much time. He flipped the whole 2014 Florida State roster to 2020. Surprised 2021. Surprised you didn't do that. All right, let's see. No blood, raw, right, Kendrick? I think we can get Trigg back. I think so too, but I don't care. I don't care. There's too many tight ends out there. We'll be fine. I don't care. He can come or not. I don't care. I wanted him, but please, he's not. Come on. We Florida State.
Hey, don't sleep. don't sleep on the one that we already got, man.
Oh yeah, I ain't sleeping. Jackson West. I ain't sleeping. I ain't sleeping by far. Ronald Jones, haven't seen him play. Yeah, Ronald Jones, Rojo. Yeah. He ain't been. He's fast, 4.4 speed, I believe. But he doesn't hit the holes right. He's good. He's good at the backfield. Tom Brady's gonna love the type of running backs we got. Tom Brady's gonna eat. They have great catching ability. They're great out the backfield. That's his game. And Tom Brady loves hitting you out the backfield. He'll hit you in stride, easy first downs, right? But Tom Brady still needs a dude that can run between the tackles. And Devontae Freeman, a lot of NFL fans don't want to. A lot of like in the NFC South, they don't want to see that. You don't want to see Tom Brady with Devontae Freeman. You don't want to see that. Yeah. You don't want to see that. You don't want to give Tom Brady a running back. That's the last thing you want to give Tom Brady. He will damage you. God. Where we at? Offensive line. Well, Ramon, we play the style of football we're going to play. It's going to take a lot of pressure off the offensive line. We only got one bad tackle spot. So far, so we think. So I don't want to just give, no. Tryouts got to happen. Somebody might step up. So we don't know. But the style Norvell plays, it's gonna help. It's gonna help a lot until we can get the guys in that we're gonna get the guys. We're gonna get them.
Yeah, eventually, yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna get them. No Blood said he can't wait to see it. It's funny, bro. I took 4 hours making that video just that one skit. This video is like 40 minutes long. I gotta do the highlight tape today, and it's gonna be ready for you. The highlights with Jackson West and everybody. I gotta do my voiceovers and all that shit. But that one skit, the first skit where I'm going in on Dabo, and I got some jokes from Mike Leach too. I go in on him a little bit. You gonna laugh. You gonna fall out laughing, y'all. I promise you. Y'all gonna love this. And I'm very careful with my wording of things. Y'all know this because I don't want to get flagged. You know, people get easily offended, especially when you try to be a comedian in this age. You gotta walk on landmines. It's hard. I had to change. I'm like, okay, that's a little too hard. I gotta change that word. I gotta change this up. I gotta leave it up. You gonna laugh because you interpreted it your way, but I always leave it up for interpretation. So it's like, right. You could think it this way. That's how I always do it. I always walk the fine line between that. So you could take it either way you want, but you can't blame me. Yeah, that's how I do it. A lot of people get mad. I get a lot of hate back because of that. Because people be like, I know what you're trying to say. Like, no, you don't. You can't. No, you don't.
Right. You take what you got out of it. That's
right. Clemson fans probably be a little upset, but so what? I saw a lot of people saying #fire Dabo. Yeah, but are they Clemson fans though? Lazaro, that don't mean nothing if it's not Clemson fans. You know, because that could just be jealousy because Dabo's winning too much. But nah, I take that back because today's climate. Nah. But I'll look more into it if it's Clemson fans. Pigskin Pete's caping. Yes, Dang B. Dabo's a good old boy. He's from the line of good old boys coaching. He's a good old boy, obviously. And Pigskin Pete is he's apologizing in his behalf. You can see it a mile away. I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, nope. I'm not accepting none of this. Nope. Yeah.
I went on that video and I asked a couple questions. Of course, I didn't get any answers from Pigskin Pete. But I just wanted to ask a couple questions about since he wanted to apologize for Dabo so much, and I didn't get any answers really. So
hit that like button, people. You dealing with Nole Night. Nole Night. Love this community. You guys take care. Guys, take care. Mama calls. Go Nole. See you, Don.
All right, Don.
Go Nole. Dangby, Michael Trigg is crazy not to come to FSU. Yes, he is. I agree. But whatever, man. He can play this 2 sports. Auburn ain't got nothing for him. Well, he took the second choice because he was so offended. I don't want guys like that at Florida State. I know what he can bring to the table. I wanted him probably more than anybody here. But I tell you what, I don't want a kid that gets distracted with nonsense and fluff like this. It says, nah, it's because he's getting that offended over fluff. I don't want him. I want guys that's going to come. They want to come to Florida State. There's no question. And they determined to be successful, determined to be a winner, and work hard. That's all. I don't want none of this diva stuff. I don't want it. Don't even come to Florida State if you about that. I'm not saying Trigg is. I'm not saying Trigg did that because of that. But if he did, best of luck. Don't come here, please. But yeah, you're right, Mike. He would have had big numbers. Yeah, in Florida State. Like this pretty much Florida State could likely end up being tight end U. Like tight end U, man. Jason Creech just did some research on the Dabo thing. Oh boy. So a player said the N-word and the coach told him not to use the N-word on the practice field. Is that what it's all about? No, It's a lot more.
It's a little more than that.
A lot more. It's too much to even dissect right now. Like, I'm not going to even go. I said it earlier what I was going to say. It's too much to dissect. It's bad, man. He looks like a good old. It's not even looking like. That's who he is. Let's just call it what it is. That's who Dabo is, man. It's who he is. Like, he's showing who he is. He's proud. He's the Trumpster, you know. Just who he is, man. South Carolina got like I had a supervisor in the military. My God, bro. Straight discrimination and prejudice towards me in front of everybody. Like, it was so obvious. And he was from South Carolina. So it's like, oh, it's an eye opener for me. Like, oh, wait a minute. You only can it doesn't mean it's true, but you only can go by your past experiences. And that chief I had over me was South Carolina. He was the biggest bigot, man, I've ever seen. Like, the way he talked to me and like, really, I'm telling you, bro. Like, you can see, you can see discrimination when it's in your face. You know it. Oh, you'll know it. You'll feel it. And he was from South Carolina, so it's like, yep, here we go. That's right. It's something off in South Carolina, y'all. Did you see that? Did you see the video, Polk, of that old guy said F Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, I saw it.
The person hat. Yeah, South Carolina, man. Woo! It's rampant over there. It's rampant. Good God. I was expecting the coach to have called the player the N-word from all the chatter. Nah, it's not about that. It's because it was swept up under the rug. So where there's smoke, there's fire. So you're like, what else has been swept under the rug? And then when Dabo comes out and talks about it, and then you see him with the shirt, he's telling you who he is. He don't care. He don't care. He's telling you who he is, which is respectable. I would rather that, because I used to like Dabo. I did. I used to like making fun and all that, playing. But I liked him. But now I'm looking at it now, I don't like him. Because he's showing, but I respect the fact that he shows who he is. I'd rather that than have some coach up here with coach speak, saying all the right things, right? Because his PR man told him to say it. So I respect, you got to give Dabo a little respect. So you know what you're working with. But it's not good for Dabo, though. I'll tell you that. It's not going to end good for him. Shakur coming into the ring with Tupac, the song. That's just the way it is. I know what you're talking about. I know that verse. Don't wonder why. It's just the way it is. Something about he rounded with ghetto kids, something like that. I remember that with the song way back in the day. He used the word back at the player to get him to stop. Some were offended by that. Yeah, that has shrunk immensely. That has shrunk to the actions that Dabo's been taking lately about not saying anything about it, and then when he finally does say about it, it's insensitive.
I don't care like what you're trying to teach.
Yeah.
You're a 40, 50-year-old white man. I don't understand. What made you think it was okay to say it?
And he didn't think it was going to get out. He didn't think it was going to get out.
You saying it to a bunch of little black kids. Somebody's going to be offended. Like, I don't know. It's dumb. It's just stupid.
Well, the game is changing. That's what Dabo's afraid of, right? Because if you look at it, Dabo said a few years ago, players should never get paid to mess the game up. It's going to bring it back. Right. So he's afraid of it. It's going to come season after next. So he's not going to be too happy with that. Also, the age of accountability of coaches. So now coaches can't just say anything. They can't just do anything they want to do. They can't just, because they got away. Dabo likes the fact that he can just go to a kid's house and lie to his whole family. He like coaches been doing that for a long time. And then as soon as a kid comes to the school, is trusting the coach can just bounce to somewhere else. The kids leave staying there stranded. They've been doing this forever to the kids. Now the kids have a voice. Now the kids can go in a transfer portal when they've been treated unfairly. They can go anywhere they want almost in the nation. That's a game changer. That's a game changer, y'all. Hit that like button, people. That's a game change for the better. If that's the case, okay, where we at? Really, he going to Auburn of all places, right? Alabama, right? We gonna see, man. We gonna see. Keith Van Horn. If that's the case, Nation, I can see he has a point. Good teachable moment. He went by it the wrong way. If that's what happened. If y'all watched The Last Chance U, do you think about Jason Brown, the coach? Let me tell you something about Last Chance U, Jalen. I watched Last Chance U the other day. For the first time, believe it or not. For the first time, believe it or not, I watched Last Chance U. And if that don't have the signs of, man, bro, like the kid was talking, huh?
I never watched it.
Oh man, it looks so impressive. It looks like I ain't gonna say much more on that. It just looks like that movie. You know that movie where she takes in that big dude off the street and he gets to the NFL, that true story?
Yeah, the Michael Orr movie, yeah.
Yeah, it has that feel with this lady and the way she talks to them. Like, all right, that's enough. They'll be talking like, I don't know, man. Like that show was weird to me. That's all I'm gonna say on that. I didn't like the show. Like, I know that show gonna have to change. That show gonna have to change some things too. I don't know if it's still going, but that's not gonna fly like it used to. That's not gonna happen. Cause they think because these kids are desperate because these kids got in trouble, like, you know, smoking weed, getting in fights with coaches at the last school. So half of them are superstars, but they think they can treat them any kind of way because they have nowhere else to go. So I'm like, that's gonna change. That's unfair. Brandon Franklin says, yeah, it definitely is, bro. I'm from South Carolina. Ain't nothing but old people and horses. Hey, Brandy, I've met the worst type. Y'all got some, Brandy, y'all got some special ones in South Carolina. I met one, and I'm telling you, he's still in my mind rent-free till this daggone day. He's still in my mind rent-free. I don't know how he did it, but man, y'all got some special type of hate in South Carolina. I experienced it. That dude's still in my freaking DNA.
Damn.
That's how bad. I was like 22, 23. I'm 43 today. He's in my DNA. He did something to me. And I love everybody. I love everybody. Until you do me wrong. But he did something to me. Like, y'all got some special bigots in South Carolina, bro. Keith Van Horn. I am not a white male, but in that situation, I would have left the conversation go and called the group into the office. I remember one time I got promoted, and he was always dogging me, giving me low evals, like I don't know what they call it in the civilian world, but I know Polk know what I'm talking about. And he would always give me these low evals. So I studied my butt off, knowing I couldn't get the promotion through the evals. So I studied my butt off. I mean, while I was even at work, I was studying, going home studying. And I aced that. I know I aced that test, especially with them low eval scores from my supervisor who hated me, right? I passed that thing. This dude tried to go to the captain and get it taken away from me just cause. And he called me in the office. He called me in the office and told me to my face. He said, I tried to get it taken. And it wasn't no congratulations. I got ranked, mind you. He didn't give me no congratulations speech. He called me in there and said, I tried to get it taken from you. But the captain, for some reason, the captain was a black guy. This was in Mississippi. And
Oh, no
captain. Yeah. It wasn't Hawaii. It was Mississippi. And then the captain today I'm friends with the captain on Facebook. Go figure, right? And he's a super liberal. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. Thanks for the good looking. Thanks for looking out, bro. Because he saw what it was. Because the captain got to be professional.
Yeah.
So he was always, I'm like, does the captain see what's going on with me? But he is kind of sticking up for me and stuff. But he could never be friendly with me because you got to stay professional. But now that I'm friends with him on Facebook, I'm seeing his real side. And I said, okay, you knew what the deal was. You knew the whole time.
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God. Yeah, man. So that's my experience with that jerk. To this day, I want to see him on the street. Like, to this day, he's in my head rent free. I'm telling y'all, I'm like, man, if I could only see him on the street.
That's crazy.
I'm out of uniform now. What's up?
It's crazy that one person just have that much of an impact on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I was young and impressionable, and he knew that, so he took, So I'm like, man, I wish I saw you on the street. Tell me how you really feel. I bet you he'll be the nicest.
Yeah, I was about to say, a lot of people hide behind the uniform, man. They're not.
Yeah, they do.
They hide behind the uniform.
Yeah, they do. Let me see. Okay, keep it home. Says, okay, back to positive vibes. Kenny says, oh, man, I live in South Carolina. Oh, you do? Wanda says Malik Henry went there. Yeah. He ain't go to the NFL either. Man, it's worse there than it is going to a university. It's way worse. It's like going to prison. I watched that show. I'm like, man, I don't like this. It's like they're in prison camp or something. It's weird. They talented. Hey, they talented. They all super talented. They just made bad decisions in their life. They all blue chips. They could have played anywhere. All of them. They all studs. But they just I don't want to call them head cases. They just come from a bad upbringing, seen a lot of bad stuff, and then they try. I was the same way, so I can understand. I had a good upbringing though. I had my dad in my life, but I was still a little like a knucklehead. I was always like, I had a problem with authority when I first joined the military. But I got better. You learn as you go. But I had problems mentally as a kid. I mean, all of us, we're trying to learn and grow and find our way. But these kids, man, the way it's like a prison camp. I don't get why people like it so much, me personally. It's kind of depressing to watch. It's not.
I think they go just to have an opportunity to try to make it.
That's all. It's last chance. And they put on this front, like, I'm gonna get it in, I'm gonna do my thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, that's a front. Like, you haven't been doing your thing. That's why you're here. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't see any good redemption stories. Like, is anybody? I think one or two players maybe a year make it to they make it back to Division I. But the numbers of that show is, I mean, what they're not going to. Who's going to the NFL from Last Chance U? I'm still. Maybe y'all been watching it more than me. Is anybody made to the NFL from there?
I haven't watched the show.
Yeah.
But I heard. Remember John Franklin?
Yeah. I saw.
I think he was on Last Chance U.
Yeah, he was.
And I think he ended up going to the NFL as a corner, though.
See, well, at least he went because he's so fast. But you know what? What's that dude's name that punched that white girl in the mouth? I wanted him at Florida. Oh, he's so talented, man. He was gonna be good. He was my number one quarterback that year. He punched that girl in the mouth in that spring game.
Was he on Last Chance U?
Bruh, yeah, bruh. Because I saw the one episode I saw last night was DeAndre, but I don't know what season it was. I think it's old. I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw DeAndre Johnson. I'm like, I forgot about him. He was my number one quarterback that year, that spring. I don't know what year that was that he punched that girl in the mouth. He was my dude. I think it was 2016, must be 16, 17. That was my dude, man. He was going to start with Francois. the way that dude flung that, the way he flung that rock, it's like he just flicked it.
I thought DeAndre Johnson, did he end up at FAU?
I don't know. Because once the Florida State kid leaves, I don't follow them. Honestly,
right. Yeah, I'm the same way.
I don't follow.
I just, for some reason, I really want to go to FAU or something. But yeah,
he was going to ball for us. He was the best quarterback. He outplayed Francois. He was the best. I don't know if y'all remember that. He was the best quarterback on our team. He was. He just was like, you know, I think he was a freshman or rich. I think he might have been a freshman. He was coming. I'm telling you, dang it, he was going to be good for us. And that just reminded me when I saw the show. I'm like, oh, I forgot about this kid. He was the one that punched that girl in the mouth.
Yeah.
Damn. Dude, you could have just kept your hands in your pockets, man. Good Lord. Like it wasn't that serious. She bumped you. Like, what?
That's what I said when it happened. I know a lot of people were like, well, she did instigate it.
Yeah.
But my thing was, you have to remember who you are. Like,
right.
You're not just, you can't just do something and get away with it. You're a Florida State quarterback. They're gonna come for you if they get something on you. Like sometimes you just gotta be aware of your surroundings and who you are, and act responsibly. I bet he wished he could take that moment back.
Right. I told my wife, I said, I've been in them situations. I said, don't think. I know a lot of y'all thinking like she hated him. Women can be fickle creatures. Don't think she didn't want to take him home. If a woman's not getting attention and she see you and she want, well, she'll take any attention she can get, won't she? And I told people, I said, don't think she didn't want him just because she bumped him and he like that. That could be her way of flirting because he wasn't showing her no attention. She knew who he was.
I think she probably was used to hitting on dudes. Like she hit him with no hesitation.
Yeah. She was jealous. And lots of that comes from that. I've experienced stuff like that. Like you don't show a female attention and she's attacking your ass, getting mad. You know what I mean? It happens. And she's a young girl. So I'm just saying, don't think it's just that she hated him. You'll be surprised. I've seen it. But hey, man, he's a kid. He made a mistake. Damn, that could have been something that probably might have cost his whole career. But hey, man, can't be emotional. Keith Van Horn. I have family in Barnwell, South Carolina. Only been there once as a child. Many going JUCO grades. I hope he comes back. Oh, man, he going JUCO grades. Yeah, some people say he ain't coming back from what I heard. But
I just think normally, if you look at that situation, the kid rarely comes back. He usually goes somewhere else, So, I mean, you got to think about it. Who knows how long it's going to take him to even get his grades up? And by the time he gets his grades up, Florida State probably has moved on and signed 3 or 4 other defensive tackles. They might not even have room for him anymore. So, I wouldn't. If I were you guys, I wouldn't bank on Manny Rogers coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wasn't gonna play much anyway. Dane Bay says, "Last Chance U has plantation." We say Polk.
No, I ain't say nothing.
Last Chance U has plantation vibes, but Dane Bay, it's a lot more than vibes. That's what I call it. I'm like, I don't like this show. It's a lot more than vibes. Goodness gracious. I know football is a tough sport and young men need discipline, but the coaches are too brutal and mentally black and white. Is college football really like that? Yeah, I don't. It has a. Dude, it looks like a plantation. Like it is what it is. It's like I don't get the big deal about that show, y'all. It's not for me. But apparently people like it. Wanda Smith, yes, he went to FSU. Jason Creech. You know what? Also, I didn't like about that show. It wasn't just that. It was also I thought it would be more personable. I thought it'd be more personal. Get to know what these kids are really. That's what I didn't like too. I want to know exactly what each kid did to be where in this position. I want to get a personal insight into each kid soul almost. What they're going through mentally. They didn't do that. They like glossed over it. Oh, this guy's such and such. Done. I'm like, no. What did he do to get here? I know he punched the girl in the mouth, but what did he do? What did he do? What did this one do? They don't do that.
Right.
I'm like,
there's a bunch of people there. I think. Yeah, I never watched the show, but I think they only target like the big name players, like people that players that people know. Yeah.
Right. Nah, I'll pass. Hard pass. I didn't even watch the whole thing. Wanda Smith says yes, he went to FAU. So she answered your thing, Polk. He did go to FAU. DeAndre Johnson. So he didn't work out at FAU. That kid is a talent, man. The kid's a talent, but I guess he just mentally not there. It happens. Till he punched that girl. All the talent in the world don't mean nothing if you can't control your emotions, man. Jason Creech. We still got 30 people in here, y'all. Please hit that like button, please.
I'm surprised about that.
What's that? Oh, 30, yeah. Oh, I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all, man. This is, yeah.
I lost track of time. I didn't even realize we've been on this long.
Hey, this show, hey, the FSU fans hungry, man. Over there on the other, I ain't gonna say their name, but on the other, because they sure ain't gonna say my name. That's what? Boy, they can't stand me. I go over there and be commenting. Nah, boss, you ain't getting no FaceTime over here. They'll pass over me like 5 times. I'm asking a question. And they'll pretend like they don't even see me, man. I'm like, okay, I know it. I see what it is.
I know what you're talking about. I be trying the same thing, and they.
I see what it is. Okay, that's what. Just let me know what it is, and I'll know. I'll be all right. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, over there, because you gotta pay this and that. The fans don't have a voice. They don't have a voice like they do over here. So, because you gotta pay, you gotta kiss some butt, jump through some hoops, all that stuff, man. It's ridiculous, the show over there. And then you got it's a good show with Big Game James and Rogers in them. It's a good show. But theirs is more, it's not as personal as ours. It's not. I got it. It's political. I don't have to be political. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to be political because it's our thing. We can say whatever we want. We have no strings attached. We have nobody sponsoring.
Right. These guys got sponsors and all that other stuff. Yeah.
Not that. I'm not saying I'm not for sponsorship.
Right,
but
right.
I'm not stupid. I got bills like everybody else. But but I do love the fact that we can I can talk off the cuff. Like I don't care. If I don't like you, I can just say it. I don't have to be political about anything. So I like that. I mean, the fans gonna like that too because they're gonna get a different from us. They're gonna get a different perspective, different opinion that they're not hearing anywhere else. So it's only gonna grow because of that.
My thing, man, is why go to those other websites and pay that subscription fee when we giving you the same information,
right? For free, right?
All these guys that we've been talking about and they committing, like I was talking about all these guys 2 weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
I mean, you're getting the same information, so I don't know why you would go pay for
it. Exactly. She definitely instigated, but you never hit a girl. Jason, I'm telling you, she wanted to take him home. If he was older and wiser, he would say, "Oh, excuse me, baby. Oh, I'm sorry. What's your name, girl? You're beautiful." She would have melted like hot butter. I promise you. She would have melted that chiseling cut square jawed, super athletic stud. All you had to do was just say, "Excuse me," and you are gorgeous. She would have melted like ice cream on a blistering sidewalk in Hawaii on a on a sunny day. I promise you. But he wasn't. He just was young and dumb and full of you know what. As the season goes on, see, that's what I do in my videos. See, leave it up for interpretation. I ain't gotta say it. As the season goes on, you get to know each player. Right, key players. Right, Adane Bay. Adane Bay. Who is that black dude in your profile? That's is that the guy from I've seen that guy. Is he on a spy movie? He's either on Die Hard or he's the guy from Mission Impossible. I've seen that guy. I forgot. Tell me who that is. I always forget to ask you. Monet Riley. Wyatt Sexton. Who's Wyatt Sexton?
He was quarterback, Florida State. Trying to think of the years. Wyatt Sexton was here like 06, maybe 07, somewhere around there.
I don't know who that is. I remember the name, but there. He was gonna be good. You sure? Who was he backing up? That's too bad. I don't think I liked him. I remember that name, but I don't know. 10-round fight. We in a 6. Shakur winning. I don't know what he's talking about. William says the Martian Chiefs is in the building. Go Noles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's Nole night, baby. Hit that like button. We still here. Hit that like button. I'm gonna keep saying that. Please hit that. We trying to get this thing, especially before season kickoff. We should have this thing lit by season kickoff. So hit that like button, man. I want to have this thing. I remember last season, Polk. My live streams, like after the football games, it'd be about 80 people, man. I like, look, y'all, I can't read. And I'll be sitting there reading them fast. I'm like, man, I can't do it, y'all. We're going to have to start, yeah. Y'all might, and for y'all that's here right now, y'all going to have to start donating for me to reach y'all. Because once the season starts, my channel is bigger than, it's probably like, the last season is probably about, 600 more people in the subscription. So
that's crazy.
Just wait till the season start. It's gonna be hard for me. I'm not ignoring y'all. It's gonna be hard for us to get to y'all, man, because it's gonna be packed. Jason Creech. I've never watched Last Chance U or Tiger King. I guess I'm not cool. I just watched it for the first time last night. I always heard about it, and it looked like a plantation. Things are gonna change on that thing. I promise you.
I never watched Last Chance U. I watched a couple episodes of the Tiger King just because it had all that hype. It was an interesting show, but I lost interest in it real quick.
It's not bad. The football, of course, the football is the best part. The football games is the best part because you get to see what these kids can do. And you see what they can do in the field, you're like, dang, man, y'all, so that is just a waste. That is just, it's so many college teams that could use y'all right now. What a waste. You know, that's the best part is watching them play. Other than that, I didn't like it. It had a certain tone to it I didn't like. Keith Van Horn says, damn, laugh out loud, my bad. The fight is over, too many body blows. The opponent goes down in the 6. Oh!
That's why I didn't waste my time going to watch it.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate that, Keith.
I didn't even know about a fight today because I'm in Australia, man. I ain't even know. If y'all don't tell me something, like if y'all don't message me about something going to America, I won't even know. Because I get CNN and Fox, and you know they don't tell you nothing worth knowing. I got to go to YouTube to get something worth knowing. To get the real news, I got to go to YouTube. So if y'all don't tell me 9 times out of 10, I'm probably not even going to know if I don't get it online or something. But thanks for that, y'all. You guys talk about our DBs. Wild Hog, we talked about, North Florida in the house. What's up, Wild Hog? See, that's one of them dormant. See, it's one of them dormant fans. I don't even know who Wild Hog is. He probably subscribed to me last year or something. I don't even know. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna come back. The subscribers.
We're gonna talk about the DBs, not next week, but probably the week after that.
Oh, we haven't talked about DBs. Okay, yeah, we haven't. That's gonna be a full plate. Goodness
yeah.
gracious.
So next week we'll do linebackers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I guess we'll do DBs after that.
Adangbe said he's one of the 3 black guys in Die Hard. I knew it. That's what I said. Is that what I said first? I said Die Hard, and then I said Mission Impossible. I knew it. I thought that was him. That's that crazy one, ain't it? He's smart as hell, but he crazy. I remember him. If that's who I think it is, though, the computer tech dude. That dude was evil as hell, but diabolical. He was smart. Wild Hog, any info on Warren Thompson? Whatever that is. You got any info on Warren Thompson, Polk?
No, that's nothing. I'm assuming he's doing workouts with the team like everybody else.
Oh, okay. Wild Hog, no blood, raw. Let me know when you get tired, Polk. When you ready to go. Well, not tired, but then when you over it, when you ready to get off. Yeah. Devin says,
I'll answer a few more questions.
Yeah. I think I can see. So, we have been on for 3 hours. But it is good for when you're on for that long. It gives you YouTube will push the hell out of you. Yeah, they'll push the hell out of you. Devin says, who was a quarterback when Greg Carr played?
I think Weatherford was throwing to Greg Carr, I think.
Okay. Adangbe. By the way, I went to high school with Wyatt Sexton. He was okay at FSU despite his sideline and off the field antics. Okay.
Yeah, so I remember Wyatt Sexton had some kind of issue where he had like a mental breakdown or something. He was like, man, I don't remember exactly what happened, but he was like in a parking lot naked or something. He had some type of thing where he went crazy.
That sounds drunk. He had to be drunk.
I don't think he was drunk. He had like it was something, man. Maybe somebody in the chat might know what I'm talking about. But he had like an episode where he was like in a parking lot naked or something.
Oh Lord. Drew Weatherford. That dude was trash. Weatherford.
Yeah, Drew wasn't that good.
He was trash. Rose in the building. What's up, Rose? For some reason, DJ Matthews trending earlier on Twitter about being at FSU 4 years and can't put on weight. Oh boy. I don't care about weight, and that was man, Keyshawn Health is gonna be
Lyme disease. He had Lyme disease or something. He had something, man.
Yeah, he got to do it.
But as far as the weight thing, some guys ain't meant to put on weight like that. Deshaun Jackson wasn't a big NFL player, and he made a lot of money in the NFL. So
DJ's he don't need to put on weight. He's a squat guy. He don't need to put on no weight. A punk with kick with. He don't need to put on weight. I mean, that's not the issue with his play. Like he mopes. If he don't get the ball, he mopes, take the plays off. That's the issue with him. He won't block for the running back if you're not throwing him the ball. He mopes. He'll sit out. He's done it. I don't get this love affair with him. Every time somebody says his name, I breathe hard. I'm like, I'm trying to hold in. I'm trying to hold in what I want to say. I'm trying to be respectable. Because I know they work hard. I know they play hard. And I'm not going to just disrespect. But come on, man. Come on, people. Like, I'm trying to hold I'm holding my breath. Like, it's hard for me sometimes. Devin Gibson. Yes, that's him. They had no offensive coaches during that saga. Sexton, I believe, got high on mushrooms and claimed he was God. He came out saying it was Lyme disease. What?
Man, it was something crazy. He was like in a parking lot saying, "I'm God." Or I remember there was something with him. I just don't remember the exact facts. Where he like went crazy for like a whole night or something. It's fun.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Goodness gracious. Hit that like button. We about to wrap up, people. It was Nole night. We doing it again next week. Tuesday night, same time, same bad channel. We doing, Polk said he going to bring you the, say it again, what you bringing?
Linebacker. We're going to do linebacker.
Linebackers he coming with next week. We're going to have a lot of recruit news. You know, we're going to have more commits coming in. Lockdown's over with, so the commits going to start flying in. We should have visits coming in very, very soon. Also, last night, I'm just going to leave it at this, but we had some shooter and the campus was locked down for a couple of hours.
I saw that.
But it's all under control, they say now. So I was a little worried about that. I'm like, oh, great. Now there's more stuff to be. So, but we're fine now. Be on the lookout for video tomorrow night. I'm going to have a video up. It's going to have tape on Jackson West, as I said earlier, and Amari and Cooper. I'll probably leave what's his face out, Brian Estes, and probably put him in the next. I think I already got a video out on Brian Estes, even when he said he was thinking about, I think it was crystal ball to us, and I made a video on him already in the past. So if you want to see Brian Estes tape, just search Brian Estes and TURNTTALLY and you'll get it. But I'll just do Jackson West and Amari Cooper. It's going to be funny, as I said earlier. I'm going in on Dabo and Mike Leach in a funny way. So you'll have a good time watching that. Any last words, Polk?
I got nothing, man. It was another good show.
Good show. Yeah, you've gone for 3.5 hours. But with that, man, thanks for showing up to Nole night. Oh yeah, I also got Friday night with TTY, y'all, for anybody who's interested. Forgot. It's another night of Nole night. TURNTTALLY, Polk County. Signing off. I'm leaving you with this song.
All right, y'all.
Keep it classy, right? That's gonna be your thing, man. I said it for you, but that's gonna be your thing. That's what I'm trying to remember. I like that. Boy style. You gotta have your catchphrases. All right, y'all. Thanks. Nole night. Let me see. Let me play the music for y'all. You know how I do. Play the song. And then let's get some wins this year, y'all. Let's get some wins. All right, let's see.
We'll get me some honey fried chicken because I'm hungry.
Do you eat at home though? You don't go to the cafeteria, do you?
No.
No, who does?
When I was single, I did.
Yeah, or the only people I saw, well, yeah, when you hung over, you don't feel like, yeah, it's perfect for that. But the only people I saw, come on, computer. The only people I saw that would eat at the cafeteria were the people that was broke.
Yeah.
Because they would come to me like, you know, can I borrow $20? You know, I got to go eat at the. I'm like, man, y'all, some military dudes, man, they can't budget their money for nothing. I remember that. Where's this at? Hold on, y'all. I'm just getting this song up. Hold on. My computer's freaking out. Let me close this. I'm about to say forget it. And just click. Just go. We've been on about 3.5 hours. I ain't got the patience. Hold on. I'm going to try one more thing. I might just click the. I still got an old Apple computer. Still does its job. It just goes to sleep sometimes. Here we go. All right. Finally. TK. All right, y'all. Signing off. Shut up. Thanks, Father Ellis. No blood. Rough. He was lurking in the shadows. I didn't even know you was watching. Thanks, Ramon. Thanks, Wanda. See y'all guys, man. Appreciate all the support, man. Thanks once again, Mike. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Polk. We're going to have Polk. I see your channel growing. I know you have a little bit. I see your channel growing over there. Got your dub.
Yeah, a little bit over here.
Yep. It'll come. It'll come. Just keep going. Keep going. You gotta be hungry. You gotta want it.
Yes, sir.
You gotta want it. How bad you want it? Because a little YouTube checks be nice. A little extra checks.
I need some of them.
It'd be nice. You'll get there. All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace out. Thanks, Polk. See you next time. Let's get it. Let's get it.